Hey y'all, it's CherokeeStarfish.
And SpecificPixel.
And welcome to the conclusion of Chrono Cross.
Yep, this is it, guys. Barring act of God or tomfoolery, this should be the last one. We got all of Terra Tower to run through, a big boss gauntlet, and then the big bad at the end. And we done.
One last time.
Stole that joke from me.
Yes, that is Pixel's joke. Credit where it's due. So yeah, we did the farming for the shiny materials that we needed, which for those of you who haven't played the game before, there's a couple ways you can do that.
Yeah.
There are a few items in the game, I think we mentioned this before, like the poultice caps and stuff that we were able to disassemble and get things like shiny leaves and shiny dew and so forth for like the prism mail and then the spectral weapons. But there's only so many of those because you cannot really farm the black and white elemental materials, especially, and the yellow one is also, I think, kind of hard to farm.
Oh lord, yeah.
So we had to use summons because when you kill enemies with a summon, those enemies are transformed into a shiny material of the same color as the summons. So, like, if you kill something with Saints, then all of the enemies that are killed by the summon will become shiny salt, which is the white elemental material. So we had to do that a little bit in order to get the shinies that we needed, but we have them. We have already made 3 suits of prism mail. We're not going to make the prism helmets because we have other stuff like the Dragoon's Glory and whatever that is just, it's already good.
Yeah.
I
should probably wait. Yeah.
So we have 2 weapons to make, which we held off on.
Yep.
Because we wanted to wait and see who y'all picked to be in our party. And some of you hit us up on Twitter. But this is your last chance to speak up and get a vote. It's the end of the game. One last dungeon, like Pixel said, so who are we taking?
Who are we taking, guys? Very last dungeon, big boss at the end, climax here in the game. Who we want to see finish all of that with this? Like, who do we want to see at the end of the game?
Yeah, because we still have a few characters that we haven't used at all. Like, we didn't use Kid. Mm-hmm. We haven't really used Frank. I think he was in a battle or two with us, but we didn't really use him.
Right.
We didn't use Kid Boss. And there's a couple others.
Evie hasn't really been
Evie
used
hasn't
at
been
all.
used. Her ultimate weapon's actually in Terra Tower. But I think so far, y'all have favored Lena and Palms, because that was our first team of 3 people.
A girl and her dog.
Yes, a girl and her dog. So, unless somebody wants to speak up now...
Team Village Kids is leading at the moment.
Then yeah, which is kind of appropriate, right? Like, there are other people you can take that it would make sense. Like, if we took Girl, you know, it makes sense to take her. But there's something right about having Lena and Poshul. So, okay, everybody's on board.
Everybody
Let's
on
do
board?
it then.
All right.
Lena and Palms.
Lena and Palms it
It's
is.
not Girlfriend TM and the Wonder Dog.
Not Girlfriend TM. Oh, there you are, Lena.
There she is. This also is a party that works really well because we have 3 elemental distributions. Mm-hmm. So, like, nothing that Palms or Lena do will interfere with the other one because Lena is blue, so red is her opposite, and Palms is yellow, so green is her opposite, and then, of course, Voltij is white.
Yep.
Black is his opposite. So, none of them will interfere with one another when they put different powers and elements on the fields. But what that does mean is now we have to make a spectral glove and a crystal pan C6.
Pan C6.
We need a carapace.
Darn it, we need a carapace, wouldn't you know?
Last night when I was making the last prism mail, I had to disassemble some mithril mail to get a carapace. So we probably have something we're not using anymore that we can disassemble to get that carapace rather than going and, like, hunting for it or trading for it in Goldove. Because all of that stuff that we had, like the Denadorite mail and the stone mail and stuff, we don't need that anymore.
That's true.
It's the end of the game.
That's true.
And thankfully the game does not force any particular characters into your party here at the end.
I am gonna go ahead and make the spectral glove.
Actually, before you do,
I know it's in there. I know there's one already in Terra Tower that you can get, but you have to fight some bosses before you get it. And I would like Palms to have the weapon, please.
well, that's fair enough. And I mean, we saved up so that we would have, as you can see, we have a minimum of 2 of every shiny material left over. We did that to make sure that we ground up to 5, I think, of everything, to make sure that we can make 3 suits of rainbow mail, 1 for everybody who's going to be in the party, and then 2 weapons, because we're not going to make a spectral swallow. If you're using this as a walkthrough, you do want to make a spectral swallow before the end of the game, and the reason for that is because the Master Mune does not carry over to a New Game Plus.
But a spectral swallow does.
Yep. So
and that really helps.
Yeah, so you want to have that until you can get back up to a point where you can get the Master Mune again.
Yeah.
We are not going to be going on into a New Game Plus, so we don't have any reason to do a spectral swallow. We're going to stick with the Master Mune because it's more damage overall, as we've covered before, even though the spectral swallow has better stats. So yeah, we can go ahead and make that, and then we just need to disassemble something for a carapace. Stone mail.
No. Oh, well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we can.
See, right there. We'll get a carapace from that.
I was thinking I don't want to do that because stone mail is good, but we're about to make the better
make
armor,
prism.
so whatever.
Yeah. Well, we already have the prism
Yeah,
mail,
we already have the
just
mail,
need the crystal
so we just
pan.
need the crystal pan now. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm still in disassemble.
There we go.
Aha!
Only 3 characters, I think, actually use the cooking implements, and that's Matcha, Orcha, and Lena.
Yeah.
So I have actually never taken Lena into the final dungeon like this, so I've never seen... This is my first time. I've never seen the crystal pan before. Here we go, prism mail.
Jump in stats. Love to see it.
And in Terra Tower, there is a spectral glove. I think it's the only rainbow weapon that you can get for free. But as Pixel said, you have to like go through some stuff to get it. So
technically, I suppose Eevee's main weapon, her ultimate weapon, the beta carotene that you can find in there, also counts, mostly because you can break it down to get a rainbow shell.
Yeah, well,
but it's unique to her.
Most ultimate weapons, I think you can break them down for shiny stuff, which means they might count as a rainbow weapon. Oh my gosh. Well, at least thank you, Braylor, for getting that out of the way early. Oh, Lord. To just trot that out at the beginning.
Oh, God. What? Enough horsing around. Let's get this done.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Okay. All right. So we have plenty of accessories that we're going to stick on Palms and Lena as well.
Yep. Okay. Let's do
But also, hey, Lid's here.
Hey, Lid. Okay, so
there is a spectral glove. We'll pick it up, but this way we have a spectral glove already to fight, like to get up to that. And then, yeah, not only Eevee's ultimate weapon, the beta carotene, lol, which is exactly what you think it is in there, but also I think that Geller's ultimate weapon is in Terra Tower too, the Pack of Lies.
Yep. That is true. Palms is the punchy character here, other than Voltij. So I'm gonna go ahead and give them 2 of these Dragoon's Glories.
Yeah, that puts her hit percent above 90. So.
And then because Lena here is gonna be our mage and healer, I'll give her 1 of the Dragoon's Glories as well. But I'll also focus on her magic.
Let's see. Do we have a magic seal?
Somewhere around here, yeah.
I think maybe there it is.
There it is.
We also have dancing shoes. And the sunglasses that we picked up from the Cryo Sphinx are going to go on Voltij here in a moment.
I was thinking the Defender's better.
Because the dancing shoes?
Than the dancing shoes, because it increases the defense and magic defense while still giving the evasion.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
There we go. He's got the Kung Fu Shoes, Magic Seal, Dragoon's Honor. Magic Seal, he doesn't really need because his magic is 30 without it,
Yeah.
I think. And the sunglasses...
29, but still.
The sunglasses increase damage from all sources.
Yeah, so...
So, see, that means his attack's going to go up, his crits are going to go up, and also, like, any elemental damage that he does is going to go up.
Do I have another glory around here?
Nope.
No?
Because we had 3 of them, so you got 2 on Palms, 1 on Lena.
Yep.
We do need to put the Master Mune back on him.
Oh,
though.
yeah, because we
had-
were farming.
Yeah, we had weak sauce weapons equipped in order to build up elemental charge without killing things for the summon farming. So now we got to allocate elements.
Yep.
And we got to take this a little bit more seriously than we have been, rather than just doing, like, we can do an auto allocate, but we also still have to, like, think about what we're doing, because this is the final fight.
Yeah, we've got some more stuff that we need to do before going immediately into Terra Tower, so I'm going to be doing some funky stuff with the elements here real quick. I'm going to go through that as fast as I can, and then we'll be heading on out. Because the first thing we need to do is to find a way into Terra Tower, because it's flying, and we can't fly.
Yeah, that was mentioned before. You may remember from that cutscene where Colonel Boss was like, so how are we going to get up there? Or maybe it was Girl or somebody said, you know, how are we going to get up there? And that's a good question.
So, I'm going to do this real quick. Well, as fast as I can, anyway. The menu is a little slow.
We do have to make sure that we have, like, elements of all kinds on everybody. But the most important thing is we still only have 2 revive elements. And so we have to be careful that those are spread out, because when we were auto-allocating...
It wanted to put both revives on the same person.
Yeah, like you saw when we came into this, if you were here at the beginning of the stream a couple minutes ago, that we had Dr. Hojo in the party, and for some reason, the auto-allocation decided that Dr. Hojo needed to have both of the revive elements.
Yeah, wild,
and
honestly.
I don't know why it would do that. So it's like having to check for magnify, you know?
Now, you might be wondering why I'm focusing on the red ones. It's because we're about to fight a boss that is particularly weak to red, so I'm just gearing up for that.
Yeah, this is, like, you've seen, because Pixel knows his way through the game really well, how auto-allocate is, it's not terrible. You do have to check for certain elements like Magnify, where the AI loves those elements and thinks that you should take them with you all the time. And so if somebody's got an empty 5th or 6th level slot or whatever, then it's going to be like, oh, just open palm, slam that element in there. Do the moves along with the main character.
Lord.
But you do have to check for those kinds of things, but usually, overall, you can get by fairly well without manually allocating to every single slot.
Usually.
But here towards the end of the game, these last few bosses, you want to actually take it seriously. There we go. That's probably enough, like, red attack spells.
No, it's really not.
It's really not?
It's really not.
Okay. I trust your judgment. And we have plenty of summons and things too, so like they may be difficult to get off, which is why at the moment you'll notice that Pixel is not equipping Saints or Unicorn to Voltage, because like it's going to be really hard to get a white field. But you have also seen that previously there have been a few bosses we've fought that had the ability to just change the field. Like, Radius did that in one of the tutorials.
Yep.
In case you've forgotten, since it's been a while, there are elements which will change the entire field to one color.
I'm gonna die.
But we don't have those yet, and that is because there is only one copy of each of those elements per playthrough. So you can get multiples, like for a New Game Plus, I think, but you can only get one per playthrough, and that means that we don't have them yet because where you get them is Terra Tower.
Yep.
And that really does make farming for shinies a lot easier because you can only use a summon when the field is all the appropriate color. So you can't cast Saints or Unicorn, for example, unless the field is completely white. So having that turn field element, like turn white, or white field rather, is really handy for that. But because those are in Terra Tower, we didn't want to deprive y'all of that part of the experience. So of course that means we did not go into Terra Tower and get those elements and then come back to farm for shinies. So we don't have them yet. Therefore, when we're fighting things like, you know, a powerful blue boss, it's not going to be feasible to summon anything other than maybe like Frog Prince or what's the other blue one?
Whale? Blue whale?
Yeah, I think it's blue
I'm focusing,
whale.
I'm sorry.
I think it's blue whale. I think you got it. Frog Prince is the level 7 summon, and then the level 8 summon is blue whale, I think. Yep, there it is.
Yep, blue whale. Ha, I was right.
You got it. So we're trying to balance between things that we need to have, things that are going to be sensible for a character to have, because, like, Lena, even against a blue boss, a blue attack element is still going to be more powerful for her because she's blue element also. Same thing with, like, putting uplifts on Palms because she's yellow element. And sometimes even when you're fighting a boss of that matching color, that is still sensible to do, because if you have an entirely blue field, for example, and you unload with like an ice blast on a blue character, that blue character's stats are going to be so highly boosted that it balances out the fact that the boss also has a stat boost, and you still deal overall increased damage. It's not the best damage you can do, but it's still going to be better than, you know, just casting, like, say, a fireball when there's 2 blue on the field. There's some elements that we missed earlier in the game as well, which we're going to be able to acquire. Because, like, Holy Healing, there's only a limited supply of those, unfortunately. And we saw how effective that was when the Sky Dragon cast it on herself.
Oh, yeah.
But, yes, yeah, no, that's a good point, Crow, because there are a lot of bosses that absorb health from their element. So you have to be careful about that. You really don't want to hit a powerful, like, red boss with a red attack if it's going to heal it when the whole field is red. You still had a couple of empty slots there.
I know.
Oh, I see. You're really going whole hog here.
Listen,
but it's the end game.
There is a reason I'm doing this. It is a very important reason.
Oh, absolutely.
The reason Oh, right. I forget that they have dialogue.
Oh, yeah, but we've seen this dialogue.
Yeah, we have.
So...
You guys say the same thing every time you see each other in a day? Yeah, I didn't want to buy these first because we still had needed our weapons.
Yeah, so we wanted to see how many of these we needed and stuff. What are you buying? What are you buying? That's just something an old friend of mine used to say.
Okay.
Man, there's something I haven't played on the channel yet. A Resident Evil game.
That would be nice.
I can do that kind of horror because, like, it's more about action, and I can play action games, like, you know, shooters and stuff.
Ah, darn it.
But I don't do great with horror like Amnesia, where you can't fight the monster, really, because I don't have a flight response.
Same. Please give me a gun or I can't play. I'm very scared.
Yeah, it's two opposite reasons.
Yeah, if you all want to have some fun, I will play a horror game on here, and we will all be terrified.
Hey, there we go. Yeah, Silent Hill 2 is a classic. Have you ever played Silent Hill 2?
That's a big negative, my friend.
Oh. Wow. Then yeah, we should play some Silent Hill or something.
I've never played a Silent Hill or Resident Evil.
Really?
Or...
Not one Resident Evil? Nope. I thought you played at least... Like, I thought you had played one of them, like Silent Hill 1 or the first Resident Evil or something. Like, not both, but just one.
I
haven't played a game at all
I
from
played
any of
a
those
very
series?
small amount of Resident Evil 1 way back when it was new. And as you might guess, I was a wee baby child when I did that, and so I did not play it for very long.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
That is gonna do us. That is gonna do us. I'm done. I'm leaving.
All right.
And I'm sorry that took so long. I did not think it would.
Oh,
but
it's
I
fine.
needed to get those elements.
No, elemental allocation is what it is, so just save it so you don't have to do it again if you die.
I shouldn't die.
No, not with that kind of preparation. You should be fine.
Where am I? Homeworld? Okay,
Oh,
good.
hey, actually, before you get on the boat,
What?
since you need to save it anyway while we're in the menu, let's customize and we'll pick a new frame for this element.
Oh,
Or for this
okay.
episode, rather.
Sure. Since we're here
For this
anyway.
element. I've got elements
Sorry,
on the
I've been
brain
doing a
now.
lot of element work, so. Sure. We can pick a new frame.
I think it's time.
We've been doing the Quill and Papyrus one. We got the Poor Furnace. We didn't do the Snakes and Orbs.
God, it's
or
so
Snorbs.
garish. The Snorbs one is so garish.
Yeah.
We didn't do the steampunk. We did do skullduggery. The shellfish. Oh, that's obnoxious.
You want to talk about garish?
There's the default. We didn't do that one.
Nope. I don't think we did our favorite
No,
Martian
we haven't tried
for a
that
while.
one on. I think the only other one we did besides the skullduggery was the infrared. Oh yeah, we can show you the Chrono Cross. It's not, because that's going to come up in this episode. That is going to come up.
You know what? Actually, I'm gonna make a Snakes and Orbs or our favorite Martian. Pick.
Oh man, they're both really good. The Martian one is cuter, but Snorbs is really obnoxious. So
Snorb?
I know that. Yeah, see.
It says Snorb.
Yeah,
Alright.
I know everybody's gonna go for that one. Let's just do Snorb.
Okay, Snorb it is then.
Also, it has all the colors in it, so that's appropriate to finish this out.
Alright, so we are already in home. I already love the window frame. Already good for that. Alright, so
Off to the El Nido Triangle.
Yeah, like I was saying before, we need to find a way to get into Terra Tower. And because it flies, we need to be able to fly. And all we have is boats. Well, almost all we have is boats.
But we know someone who can fly, or at least who did at one point have a boat that could fly.
Yeah.
A vessel.
Okay, let's see.
Because, of course, our friend Starkey didn't get here by walking.
Yeah. And if you may remember, we were here in another world before and found a piece of his ship. Hopefully, it is still intact here in Homeworld. Ah, I couldn't starfish dodge around, or... No, I did starfish
you did
dodge.
starfish dodge. You just threw yourself right onto it.
We're under the water. I instinctively said starfish.
Lol. Please do not starfish dodge if you can avoid it.
Fortunately, these enemies are chumps, so...
It's fine. It's so fine.
Excuse me 1 second while I set the ocean on fire. Ooh, and we'll get to see Palms and Lena's ultimate techs as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep, because we haven't done that yet. And there's also one additional secret element that I want to go and grab before we actually go to the final dungeon. Because you remember how I said we only had 2 revive elements?
Right.
They are precious. Even more precious is the one that we're going to go and pick up here very shortly.
I was right, and Homeworld is the one we need to be in, right?
I'm pretty sure. It may be another world, because I can't remember which one we went to already.
I think it's another world. Yeah, because there should be a... Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because it's
Whoops.
not there. Okay, so that's
Wrong ocean.
That's fine.
Pardon me, fish. Wrong ocean, and then I just leave.
So sorry to bother you.
Ooh, dodged that pufferfish really well, though.
Nice. And that's okay, because while we're in Homeworld, like, we still need to be in this timeline. This works because you can go back to Marble from here.
Why do I need to go to Marble?
Oh, do you not remember? Ooh, this will be a delicious little secret then, because you might not know about this. We'll see if you know.
What's in Marble?
We've had multiple opportunities to get it, and we just keep forgetting stuff, basically, and having to go backtrack.
What's in Marble?
Because there's so much here.
Listen, there's a lot of running around in this game.
Yeah,
there's
like,
so
because
much.
you have two crisscrossing worlds that are, like, mostly identical.
Now, what am I doing here?
Talk to the guy, the blue guy in the brown jacket. He's the one who threw rocks at us before, remember?
Oh, yeah, that...
You're the 100th visitor to Marble, village filled with love and happiness.
Whatever.
Here's a souvenir for you.
Oh, we got a full revival. Holy crap.
There we go.
Well.
So that is a revive that brings you back with all of your HP instead of just like a third of it or whatever.
We love that.
Yep. So
put that on somebody who's guaranteed to live.
Absolutely. So now we have one additional extra life.
Real quick, gonna go back to Opasa Beach, go to another world, and then go into the El Nido Triangle.
Yeah, and we shouldn't need the full revival for this battle.
Oh, Lord, no.
So
I will be very surprised if we do.
Yeah, and especially not the way that you prepped. So we can stick that on somebody, like when Pixel goes in to redo elements for Terra Tower.
Yeah, because I'm not going into Terra Tower with the element grid that I put on everybody. I'm not doing that. I'll let you guys backseat game a whole lot of everything that I do, but not that. I'm not going through Terra Tower with all red elements. You can't make me.
That would be really funny, especially when you have to fight the red boss.
I know, right?
There's that good music, though.
Very calming. I could just listen to that and take a nap.
The soundtrack to this game is so good.
They have an orchestra... I heard an orchestra play it once.
An orchestral version?
Thank you, yes.
You were trying to say orchestrion, weren't you?
Yeah, I was. Hey, guys.
Hey, you.
Hello, people.
I've discovered a mysterious object down below, but there's a nasty monster guarding it. No matter how many times I hack away at it, it doesn't seem to have any effect.
Ah, that's your clue, by the way.
Yeah. I've tried some elements, too. There are some that work and some that don't.
Second clue.
Now, I don't think that you have to have Starkey in your party for this.
No, not at the first part.
But he has to have joined you.
Yes. Otherwise, you don't know what you're doing. And this tells me we're in the right place.
Yeah, there you go. Because there are a couple more rainbow shells down here.
Honestly, I can't believe that the seafloor, isn't just covered in rainbow shells. But it's mostly because they're a fossil.
Yeah.
Some NPC explains that to you, that the rainbow shell is actually a creature that existed a long time ago. Ah, this is what we're here for. Spaceship, baby!
There we go, because you may recall that when Starkey first joined, he suggested that his ship may be still intact in another dimension.
And he was correct.
Yep. And here's the boss. There's another rainbow shell. Do you want to go grab that first?
Nah.
Okay. We'll get it after the boss.
I gotta walk out of here anyway, so...
Right.
So, this is the Royal Jelly. It's a pain in the butt if you play this casually and don't know that it's coming up, because this big squishy friend is immune to all damage except red elements. Literally everything. Including physical attacks.
So you still get charge for hitting it, it just doesn't deal any damage.
Yeah, so...
It is a large and squishy friend.
I do love it. Jellyfish are like one of my favorite animals. And he's just got those two big old eyes in there, and I just want to smush him.
Now the counterbalance to it having all of these immunities, of course, is that it doesn't have a lot of health. It's a fairly weak boss in terms of how much damage it can take.
And it doesn't deal a whole lot of damage either, especially with our new equipment on.
Yeah, the Prism Mail is going to block a lot of that. So it has about half the health of most of the bosses we've been fighting. They, on average, have got about 3,500 hit points,
Oh,
maybe?
there's the frying pan, by the way.
There you go. Yeah, you can see the crystal pan. The prismatic skillet.
Doesn't that look so good?
All of the spectral weapons do that.
Yeah, they all have that sheen on them.
Yeah, that shifting rainbow-like effect.
It looks like some kind of alchemy implement.
Very much so.
I love the noise it makes.
Just a very satisfying gong kind of sound. But so, yeah, most of the bosses we've been dealing with here recently have about 3,500 HP or so on average, like give or take. So this boss has something like 1,700, 1,500 health, because you can only hurt it with one type of spell.
Yep.
So because of that, the game kind of throws you a bone, and it's like, all right, well, so we're not going to make it that tough then.
And like I said, casually, if you don't know what's coming up, this will be a kick in the butt.
Yeah, because if you don't follow the clues, if you don't figure it out...
You may come in here with some, like, only a handful of red elements.
Exactly, and then you may literally have to run away, because even though the boss doesn't deal that much damage, if you can't hurt it, then
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, there's nothing else you can do except run away and try the fight again. Because it will 1 and 2 you to death if you just stay in here with a bunch of blue and green and yellow elements and are unable to hurt it.
I do remember the first time that I fought that thing, I was like, oh my god, what am I supposed to do with this? And then I hit it with like fireball or something. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool, that's clever.
Yeah.
It is worth a star, too.
Yes.
Ooh, nice level up.
Which is nice. It's another boost before you get in there.
Ooh, and a resistance belt. Cool.
And yeah, old man said that, you know, you could pretty much always run from everything. There's only 1 or 2 boss fights you can't run from, and I'm glad that that's the case because of that. That way, if something's not working, you can leave and try a different strategy.
Yeah.
And otherwise, there are a lot of games I've played where, you know, it's a good thing you have a save point right before the boss, because if you didn't, it would be very annoying to get in there and find out it has some kind of gimmick you're not prepared for. It won't open. Is this Sim's ship? We have to bring them here. Yes, okay, he does have to be in your party. Damn it. Whoop. I thought he
I'm
just
gonna
had
have
to
to fight
join
that crab.
you. You might have to, but it's fine. The boss is out of the way now, so it doesn't matter what we do at this point. Nice. You want to go grab the other rainbow shell?
Yeah.
Also, these things...
Ah, darn it.
These are the... I think they're called sidesteppers.
Yeah. We already fought them
Yeah,
before.
we fought some of these. And,
Thank you, old man.
they go down pretty quickly, but what's also great about them is that they drop a pretty decent healing spell. So... like, even if you do have to fight them, it's not the end of the world. You're getting something fairly worthwhile for it.
I hate their tiny, tiny fangy mouth, though.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, they have the legs in front are almost like spider pedipalps, and then they have that weird tiny mouth in the middle, like...
And those big 6 beady eyes. Ugh.
The monster design in this game is pretty good. Of course, I mean, Square has always been good about that.
Oh, sweet, a cure-all.
Yeah, see, that's what they drop, is the cure-alls. Yeah, they're just like a real crab, you know? They got, like, big old pinching and eating arms, and then, you know, they have to break it up and take teeny tiny little nibbles.
Nibble crabs, yes.
Yeah, they're just, you know, they're nibble friends.
Alright, let's get out of here.
I wish that there was a save point down here so that you could just
I
use the
know,
teleporter.
right?
That would have been
Oh, screw you.
so smart of them to do, knowing that you might not bring Starkey down here with you to fight the boss like on the first go. And so to have put a save point right by his ship would have been so handy, and that would have been such smart game design. And it just, nobody thought of it. To be fair, it's a 2-room quote-unquote dungeon.
Yeah.
So, like, it's not like it's a long walk back outside to change your party.
Speaking of good enemy designs, I like those guys.
Oh, yeah, the weird jelly dudes.
Yeah.
They're like a cross between some kind of water elemental and that classic Mega Man boss, where it's the robot that gathers the gel suit around it.
Oh, the demons? The yellow demons?
I guess, whatever they're called, I don't know.
The big, like, Play-Doh looking guys with the one eye, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, demons. Yellow demons.
Okay, sure.
I think? Pretty sure. Somebody can fact check me on that one.
I don't know. I've played a lot of the Mega Man X games, but I actually haven't played a lot of the non-X, like, main franchise Mega Man games.
Oh, nope, okay.
I played, like, 9, I think, was the one that was on the PlayStation, where, like, all I remember is jump, jump, slide, slide, jump, slide, jump, slide, dash, jump, slide. So,
yes, thank you, old man.
Yes, okay.
Where's our big bobble-headed friend?
There he
Here
is.
we go.
Yeah, we don't even have to change elements because we're literally just going down there and coming back up. Screw it. And yeah, if you notice, when you go into a fight in this area, and you'll see like the giant eel head just kind of
I love
hanging
that
out
guy
in the corner as the dynamic camera pans around to
He's our
establish.
cheerleader. He's there to give us support.
Yeah. When your jaws open wide and there's more jaws inside, that's amore. Honestly, eels are like...
Big long noodle friend.
To my knowledge,
Whoop, not that direction.
they are just not that threatening when it comes to humans. And so I don't understand. I was watching a Let's Play by somebody else, and they were playing that Siren...
Oh.
What's it called?
Siren
Rex Maria,
Rex Maria,
I think. And their character got attacked by an eel, and that keeps happening in like Tomb Raider games and everything, where moray eels will just come out of nowhere, and that's your default underwater threat nowadays, apparently, in video games. They're like the slimes of underwater sections in action games, and I don't understand what do morays...
Wouldn't a jellyfish be the slime of an underwater section?
Well, I mean, yes, but you know what I mean in terms of like they're like the putties for the Power Rangers. They're just the default guy that you fight. Wow. Zim's ship in this world not broken. Zim am happy. Could that be the reason why we have air down here? Yes, the energy waves pulsating out from it would confirm. Yeah. Affirmative. Zim's ship creates a special force field. Zim think, in the other world, Zim's ship is in pieces, and the parts are buried underground, but still working. Get open! I would hope so. Yeah, see, that's what I'm thinking, is like, a marine biologist can fact check me, but I feel like if you put your hand in an eel's mouth, it's gonna bite you, but you're literally in the ocean. That's why you do not stick your arm into a hole in a coral reef or something that you haven't shined a flashlight down first or whatever. Like,
I mean, if you stick your fingers in my mouth, I'm gonna bite them too.
Yeah, like that goes for mystery holes on land and anywhere. Like, just don't put your hand in there.
Don't put your hand in a mystery hole.
Yeah,
just
like you may find, if you put your hand in the local mystery hole, you may find a friend and boy, but you may also get your fingers bitten off by like a chthonic monster, so don't do it. But if you leave moray eels alone, they're basically just like weird dogs. Yeah. Everything is in order. The navigation system is operational. Zim's bed is nice and cozy too. Can this take us to Terra Tower? This ship only big enough to fly Zim.
But we're all standing here.
That is that is a bald-faced lie.
He just doesn't want to share or something.
Yeah, that's
I
what
don't
it is.
know.
He doesn't want to risk it because this is his only way home, and it's like, if I fly it at Terra Tower, the dragons might shoot it down or something.
Yeah.
So honestly, but I mean, you could just say that. And what do we do? Leave it to me. The engine may be a bit rusty, but otherwise perfect. Oh yeah, that. Maybe we can use this. Zim may be able to scrounge up more stuff. Zim will come back later.
That's a clue.
Easy does it.
What's this?
Mini UFO.
It's an anti-gravity device. If you attach this to your boat, it will fly to Terra Tower easily. All we need now is a facility to install it. I remember there was a dock inside of Chronopolis. No, you don't.
No,
you weren't
don't.
there.
You weren't there.
I love the implication that anyone you don't have in your party is still, like, present at all times.
I know,
There's just, like,
right?
40 people always trailing behind Voltij.
The whole party is always here all the time, forever.
All right, let's be on our way to Chronopolis.
And
Thankfully,
we are already here.
yeah, thankfully you don't have to walk there or whatever. They just do it. Let's see. Zim need this and that. Oh, yeah.
Looking for duct tape, honestly.
This should do the trick. Probably.
Oi, all you have to do is load that thing in the boat, right?
What are you talking about? We need to attach a stabilizer to keep the auto gyro from spinning out of control.
I don't get it. We just hurry up, okay?
Time to get to work. And he really did.
And he
just
really
atta-
just,
I'm sure he
he
just.
just slam dunked it into the back of the boat. Done!
Yeah, I just literally dropped it in the passenger seat. Phew, then I'm done.
See? All you do is load it on the boat.
Told you. Looking for duct tape to strap it to the back. That's it.
Negative. He's just rolling around like, nah. Okay.
So this is it. Never expected our encounter to turn out like this, did you, Voltij?
Why were we born?
Zim gonna be real deep here.
Why do we live?
That's what we're gonna find out with our own eyes.
Okay, just random, like, fake deep moment. And then immediately we're through with that
Yep,
conversation.
so here we are. We have control again. If I go talk to Girl over there, we will immediately trigger a scene where we were shipped to Terra Tower. I don't think we have anything left to do.
No, we're good. So we go to the save point and put Palms back in instead of Zim.
That save point's just over here. No, it's at the
It's
bottom.
at the bottom.
And yeah, we switch Palms back in. We change the element grids a little bit, and then we are good to go. Shoot, am I wrong?
No, there's supposed to be one here. They might have moved it for the cutscene. See if you can leave the room. And I bet you'll get a message saying, yeah.
Oh,
Well, that's okay, because even if they ship you to Terra Tower immediately, like, who cares?
yeah, there should be a save
because
point
then we
to
can
change.
leave, too, so... Or there's a save point or whatever. Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah, there
matter.
has to be something, and I'm just not remembering it right now.
Yeah,
Otherwise, it
and-
would force Starkey into your party.
Yeah, and there are also... It's weird that they don't force him into your party anyway. Like, he's completely optional, except that he's not.
Yeah, and you may have noticed that he's been in a few cutscenes so that the game keeps reminding you that he's there.
Yeah, and he's just... It's really strange the way that the game handles Starkey as a character.
Yeah, it's real weird.
It's very odd. But anyway, so at this point, this is when we say there are that's possible. That's possible. He may have been tacked on later, kind of like Vaughn and Pinello in Final Fantasy XII or
Maybe.
something. I don't know. But anyway, so we have obviously not 100%ed the game, which of course that was
Lord,
not
no.
that was never really our stated intention. If you are using this as a walkthrough, don't, but we missed some things. This is not a fully complete run, but we have done everything that we need to do, including getting like the rainbow mail
Yep.
and rainbow weapons and stuff. So we're good to go. So this is it.
All right.
Let's go.
And just yes, so enthusiastic.
Let's do it.
All right, let's. And here you go, see Voltij hanging on the front there. You might remember that from a cutscene at the very beginning of the game.
Hope you loved it, because you're about to see it again.
Yep. Which it's actually pretty cool. There we go.
Boat go whoosh!
Boat do go whoosh, though. And remember, there are 2 moons for some reason.
There's our boy.
That's our boy. That's my boy.
And there's Terra Tower with its big ol' hips.
Terra Tower do got the booty, though. Man, Voltij is, like, intense. He's like, I'm gonna get him. Screw those dragons. They're the reason I got turned into a furry.
He is about to go fight a dragon god. I'd be kind of intense, too.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh.
Overshot. You
Yep.
missed your exit. There you go. They're showing us the save point. So. Hey, Zim, can you actually drive this thing, though?
No.
Here we go.
This is a water-only boat. This doesn't even have a control panel. Are you kidding? Of course he can't fly this.
This vessel too primitive for Zim. All right, and here we go. Now, we can leave. That's why Girl is standing there.
Yeah.
So, like, we're not locked into the final dungeon. You can totally leave and go do other stuff. We're just not going to because we've done everything that needs doing.
Yeah. In fact, if you take Starkey back to his ship, you can get his level 7 tech. I forget what it's called. But,
I forget, but that's your hint that, like, to go back there.
Yeah.
And we could go back and do that, but, like, we're not going to show it off. So now that you know, that I think satisfies the point that we would want to make is, at this point, take Starkey back there and you'll get it if you want it. Alright, so we got to redo our element grid. And at this point, yeah, we're just going to auto-allocate to everybody and then just do a quick check to make sure that people have the revives and full revives and stuff that they need to. Like, see, it put both revives on Voltij for some reason. Probably because he's the white character.
Oh, yeah.
No, because it put both of them on Dr. Hojo and she's black. I don't know. I bet he's got the full revival, too. What do you want to bet?
Somewhere around here, maybe.
I bet it's on him. That doesn't look too bad. He's got capsules down there. I don't know if you want those. Heal all, meteor shower. There's
Full
the full
revival.
revival.
There it is.
That's probably best to keep on him and then give each of the other characters another revive.
Yeah, agreed.
Because, like, for example, we're not going to be using a lot of uplifts at first level.
Probably not.
So, and she's got one anyway.
Yeah.
And then we'll have to do a check for things like magnify and diminish. She's got 2 aqua beams. So there we go. Perfect.
Okay, what else you got on you, Lena?
She's got medicine. Do we want to trade that out? She also has a Hell Soul, which probably we don't need. It's probably a place for, like, a cure.
Yeah, that would probably be best.
And the Hell Soul, do you want to make that, like... I don't know. An Aqua Ball? Because she doesn't have a lot of blue attack spells. Yeah.
That'll work.
That's not bad.
That'll be okay. What else you got on you?
She does have an anti-red. That could be useful in the red boss fight, but I don't know if it's immune or not.
I'm not sure.
Do we care?
I
Because
think
that could be
fine.
a cure plus instead. She's going to be mostly, like, healing anyway.
That'll be alright.
We want to give her that other cure all for sure, but let's see. She's got a nimble and a numble. That's pretty good.
That's fine. Heal all, Electro Bolt. That's
Yep.
good. Ice Blast. I'm cool with that.
There's a cure all, free fall, deluge. So she's got 2 cure-alls. That's pretty good. That means we could give that other one to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Or if she has something... Yeah, see, like, she's got a Nostrum here. Oh, and she's got Magnify and Diminish. They put them both on her.
Of course they did.
So... This could be... What else have we got outside of the blue? Have anything else good? There's a heal all. We could put a Purify. That might be useful, actually. Because the Magnify we don't really need. The Diminish we might want to keep, possibly. Oh, Eagle Eye.
Yeah, Eagle Eye's not bad.
I'd rather have that than Magnify.
Yeah, definitely.
especially at a +2. Since we don't have a green character, for example, we're not going to be able to use things like a tornado or a genie, because any spells that are minimum elemental level 6 or higher, such as black hole, tornado, things like that, they can only be placed on a character of the matching color.
Let's put a weekend on here as well.
Okay.
And then she's got Frog Prince, Maiden Faith, and
Blue Whale. That's probably not bad, because once we pick up the blue field ability, that will be actually useful.
Yeah. Palms has the shorter one, so let's take a look at them.
She's good on first level, I think. That doesn't look too bad. They're not going to give her green elements, just like they didn't give Lena red elements, which is fine.
Right.
Anti-green. That's another one. Do we want that, or do we want to put like another Cure Plus or something? Or another Purify. Oh, that's 4th level, so... Yeah, let's do either a heal or a Cure Plus. Cure Plus is blue, so that will help Lena and not hurt Palms. So that's probably better than heal.
Yeah, and it's 3rd level anyway, so that'll work. What else?
Because we will need healing spells. Low res Magma Burst, that's not bad.
Earthquake Freefall, yeah, that's okay.
Okay. 2 Thunderstorms, good. Fizz Negate, that's not bad, actually. Because that's just,
And then
Thunder Snake.
Okay. Alright, and lastly, but not least...
Now, what are we going to do with those 2 first level slots? We could put heal minuses, but... Maybe... He's got something of every color except black. Do we have any... We should have... There's Gravity Blow. Because even though he's white elemental, we'll probably...
Yeah.
We need the ability to put black on the field, if nothing else.
Yeah, we can do that. That sounds good.
And then you want to give him, like, maybe a... Do you want to do, like, an Aqua Beam or another Photon Ray?
I can't. There aren't any more Photon Rays.
Okay.
But an Aqua Beam might not be bad.
Oh, he's got blue attack and blue heal. He had...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
There we go. Meteorite, heal, Mag Bomb. He's got Whiteout. We probably are not going to need too much of that. Maybe another heal? Because we have plenty of those stocked up. And it's 2nd level, so...
That'll work.
Let's see...
Coverall.
And of course they gave him anti-black, and they gave him capsules. Those are the 2. Are we out of recoveralls?
Yeah.
Okay, but we have a Cure Plus. That would be better than the capsule stack. The anti-black... maybe we could do a heal plus if there's nothing else. Nothing's jumping out at me.
Yeah, no.
Unless you wanted to do like a free fall.
Maybe a Gravitone?
Oh, yeah, it could be a Graviton.
That'll work.
Because we don't have a lot of black that'll hit everybody.
If I don't stop doing that, I'm gonna smack myself. Shower, heal, Ice Blast. That all looks
pretty
good.
solid, yeah. Unless you want to put a Purify on there, because we do have one more Purify. And that's a 4th level spell, so... That could be instead of the Arrow Blaster, maybe?
No, because we have few green
Yeah, that's
options,
fair. I was thinking
so
that would hurt Palms, but we have less stuff.
The
so,
Purify,
yeah.
I think, will be fine there.
Yeah. Full Revival, Holy Light, Inferno,
That
Deluge.
looks good to me.
The other Magnify,
There's the Magnify and a
of course, damn it.
Magnegate.
Magnegate we might want to keep. Recharge, probably we should have just in case.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to forget about it.
Yeah, I'm going to leave that there. It's fine.
Yeah.
The Nostrums also, because they're just good to have as backups.
Yeah. So the Magnify is the only thing that we want to change. That could be a Purify or it could be a Heal All.
Let's do a heal all.
Because that'll be a heal all +2.
Yeah, that'll be all right. And then we've got Unicorn, Flying Arrow, Saints,
and the Chrono Cross. So there we go. You wanted to see the Chrono Cross, the long-lost element of 7th color attribute. So, yes, it affects everybody, you'll notice, and it can go in any slot. It's an 8th level, but it's ±7.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to leave it there. It doesn't really matter that much where it's at, but...
It can, but right now it's okay. All right, we're good. So
All right,
let's
let's
run
save
through.
it.
Oh, yeah.
Save it. Yeah, don't want to have to do that again.
I'm just confident in my ability.
Now, somebody mentioned a little while ago, and I think it was Crow, that, of course, a lot of bosses absorb their own elements. Does it have a picture?
The Chrono Cross?
In the item thing? I don't think it does.
It is a key item.
It might. I don't remember. I know the Time Egg does, which we don't have yet. Oh, there it is.
Yep, there it is.
Oh, it does have
the
it.
Chrono
Okay.
Cross.
I'm glad you said something because I didn't even think.
The ultimate long-lost element of the 7th color attribute. It is the combination of both the tier of hate and the tier of love,
Yeah,
which are the shattered dragon tiers of each reality.
Yep. So there you go.
It's basically the opposite of the frozen flame.
Yeah,
if
'cause
you want to think of
remember-
it like that.
Yeah, in a way, because you remember what the frozen flame kind of looked like.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it very, very literally kind of is the opposite.
No, it is
It's
not
a
a cross at all.
Yeah, it's not
You
in
could,
any way.
You could draw a cross based on like those little orbs there.
I guess, yeah, it does kind of vaguely have 4 points, but still.
But still, yeah, no, not cross shape.
Yeah, no, it is false advertising. But anyway, so yeah, all bosses here do absorb damage of their own color.
Okay.
So we do have to be aware of that.
Into the dungeon we go. Oh, hello.
First things first. The ochre lands have dried up and withered. Is it your will to choose destruction? Sure.
Oh god!
Oh no!
That jelly ate us! Boss fight number 1.
Yep. Right out the gate. This is the yellow boss, the Terra Tower.
Yep.
So, while Pixel is dealing with this, because a lot of these attacks you've seen before, like Wave of Fear, Spirits Up, see it's going to do these combos. And this thing, you can steal a Yellow Brooch or an Earth Charm from it, which is great. And this is where it's going to drop the yellow field element. That's why there's only one, is because that's like a guaranteed drop from each of these color-coded bosses in Terra Tower. So when we fight this guy, we're gonna get the yellow field element. So yeah, let's get that yellow off the field immediately. Oh, I didn't think we could have used Thunder Snake
Oh darn it.
with palms. Well, that's okay. We don't want it to have a yellow
Yeah,
field
we don't
either.
want to use yellow elements against
Yeah,
it
it'll
anyway.
it'll heal it.
Yeah. You know what?
But I don't know how much to give away, because I can't remember how much the game is going to tell us, because it does do some explaining. But of course, it already did mention at one point that Terra Tower is kind of like the counterpoint or opposite to Chronopolis.
Yeah. It's the dragons and the, what were they called? The Draconians?
The Reptites.
The Reptites.
Yeah, the Dragonians and the Reptites or whatever. And I think the Dragonians are just whoever the Reptites evolved into. Like, they started calling themselves the Dragonians at a certain point.
This is their, like, ultimate paradise city.
Yeah, like Chronopolis is kind of the peak of human ingenuity and science and magic and invention. So Terra Tower is the peak of Reptite society and culture and evolution. And the planet itself pulled it back from an alternate timeline in response to Chronopolis to try and stop humans from accidentally destroying the world, because Lavos intervened and caused humans to evolve from apes when it crashed on the planet and destroyed Reptite society. And there's even some hints or some ideas throughout the franchise, I think, that Lavos, because of time shenanigans, might actually be some sort of, like, peak of human evolution. Like, Lavos originally was a human thing, and eventually that's what humans become, is Lavos, or like Genova from Final Fantasy VII. But the game never comes out and says that. There's just some vague suggestions that may be a possibility, but there's so many time shenanigans and alternate reality shenanigans that it's like, ooh, who has any clue?
Big level up.
And there's Yellowfield.
There's Yellowfield.
There we go. So there's boss number 1 down.
Yep. And yeah, you're right, there is some of that going on, but I never liked that, like, theory, so...
Yeah, it's a little too pat, and it puts too much of the blame on humans, because it's supposed to be like, humans are already... We have the potential for evil because of Lavos' touch in the first place, and so this idea that, like, humans are destined to be nothing but awful and malicious and to destroy the world and don't have any other...
Did I go the right way on
possibilities?
I need to go explore the rest of that room.
Yeah, because it does loop around in a weird way.
Whoop. Really? Really, my guy?
Really?
Aha! Let's see, I think both of these are blocked. Yeah, and you can't jump over them. Okay.
Yeah, you have to go around the other way and go up.
Around the outside?
Around the outside. So, yeah, I'm not a fan of that theory either.
Yeah, there we go.
But it has been suggested, So there it is, if you're interested.
I'm not. Lavos is an alien. Yeah, he influenced human evolution here on this planet, which is why the rest of nature and everything like that is, like, against humans.
Yeah,
Lavos
that's why, like,
influence.
the dwarves and the fairies, and those are races that naturally evolved on the world, and that's why they live in harmony with the planet. Humans are at odds with the planet and with nature, and they destroy it without meaning to, because they were artificially influenced.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of like an intelligent design,
Speaking of intelligent design, I love the design of this whole dungeon, honestly.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I'm just gonna have to beat this guy up.
That's okay. Oh my gosh, you got around him. Very funny.
This guy I'm probably gonna have to beat up.
Yeah, I think you just have to fight that one, if you want what's back there. And we do.
This is a Tower Terror?
Terra
Terror.
Yeah, Terra Terror. Blast the beam.
I always forget. Yeah, the cytoplasms.
Yeah. You can attack those separately. They're just mostly to buff the middle guy.
Yeah, and we're so, like, overpowered right now. I'm not really afraid of them. Even if they do shoot big honking lasers at us.
Yeah, like it's a big honking laser that we've seen before, so whatever. Look at that 1 damage.
1 damage, yeah.
Who even cur?
You know what? I'll just set them on fire and we'll be on our way.
But so part and parcel with this is, like, because the game doesn't do a fantastic job of laying it all out in a cohesive way that's accessible for people who have not played Chrono Trigger and who don't 100% the game. It's like the Reptites evolved into the Dragonians and they built the Dragon Gods. Yeah. That's at every JRPG, honestly.
Hey, have we seen Doggy done it yet?
I do not believe we have. We use K9 Ball, but we haven't done that one or her ultimate.
Okay.
So yeah, pop off. Gosh. It's so extra. This dog is tearing through our entire army. It's kicking shit sand everywhere. Send back up.
Ooh, 3 nostrums. Nice.
Yeah, it is worth it to fight those things because of all the consumable healing they drop. But yeah, it's like the dragon gods are artificial, just like Fate was artificial. That's kind of their version of Fate. And when the dragon god fought Chronopolis on the Reptide's behalf, Chronopolis won, of course, we know that. And then the dragon god was divided up into its 6 component parts to make it easier to manage, and was like bound in slumber, all this stuff. Some of them died in different timelines, but they were still connected. And the element system was invented to help manage the forces of nature, because that's what the dragon god was like an artificial being that harmoniously controlled the powers of nature. So there's like a whole thing, like that's why the elements are there.
Yeah, there's a lot of...
The other one's like right there.
There's a lot of balancing between the quote-unquote primitive world and quote-unquote advanced society civilization thing. Especially when you start to consider that Harley, or Quinn in our case, I guess, was supposed to be the counter to Fate that the Draconians made.
Yeah. And so Harley is, I don't think, is the quote-unquote 7th dragon. But what Harley is like an artificial being that was meant to influence Fate and try to counter it, which is why she was partnered with Lynx. Now, I don't know if it, I think maybe it says in like the Radical Dreamers side game how Harley and Lynx got together and like why he kept her around and tolerated her, perhaps.
I do not know enough about the game to say one way or the other.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but Harley was like also a synthetic being that was created by the dragon gods from the, I guess, like the DNA of the original dragon god before it was split into its like 6 parts or something
like that.
And so, of course, in the end, she was unable to stop Fate, even though Voltij here and company actually destroyed Fate. She was unable to stop all this from coming to pass like she tried to. And that's why, so now, you know, you have to wind up fighting because she stole the Frozen Flame and took it to the other dragons. They all combined into that big fighter jet that we saw.
Yeah.
And so what that means is the Frozen Flame is now influencing the dragon god, which is exactly what they didn't want.
It's a mess.
It's a mess. The whole thing's a mess. The game could lay it out a little bit more easily for you.
But it doesn't, so...
But it doesn't. And because you can even hear, like, the way that I'm trying my best to describe it is still kind of awkward and half-formed.
Listen, this plot is crazy, and I have tried to piece everything together in my multiple playthroughs of it to the best of my ability, and it's just nuts, let me tell you. Did I get turned around? I think I might have got turned around.
I mean, you looped. But I think that's just kind of what that section does. Whee! Oh no. Fell down a waterfall. Oh no.
Not even anything behind it down at the bottom.
Unfortunately.
Oh, I thought that was a treasure chest over there.
No, it's a trap.
Oh, it is a trap.
Yeah, it's a dead end and also a trap. I don't think there's anything down in this room. I think that this room just exists for you, like if you fall down the waterfall, and then there's that
where
one.
I need to go.
Yeah, there's one door over there at the side. But otherwise, this exists for if you fall down the waterfall, it's so that you can get back up.
Yep. Okay. Do.
There we go. Now you got it. I'm not gonna pretend like I didn't miss that on the first go around.
Let's see. Want to go down first? Down first.
Sure. I think that I have kind of maybe pinpointed why I don't always remember my way around certain rooms or certain parts of dungeons. And it's because I have a habit of like really going for completionism on every map.
Yeah.
That's very Lovecraftian. It looks like a, what are they called, a flying polyp or a great old one or something, whatever.
But yeah, crow, flappy potatoes, there you go.
Big flappy potatoes. But yeah, it's like I'm gonna go into every little nook and cranny anyway.
Yeah.
So I just don't memorize the map. I don't remember them, and so it'll stick in my head that certain items are in a particular part of the dungeon, or they're in a certain room, or maybe even in a specific treasure chest. But I don't remember like the fastest path through every time, or which doors I don't need to go through, because I just wind up going through all of them.
Mm-hmm.
I think is my problem.
Weirdly enough, most of the enemies here in this dungeon are white innate.
See, Angel Charm.
2 angel charms.
Yeah, there's not a lot of good places to fight white innate monsters until you get here.
No, we don't need to go down there yet.
Yeah, you gotta go left and loop around.
Ironically, we can't swim.
There we go, and that should take us to that treasure chest way back there in the background.
Dodge this.
Can you do
potato.
it? It's going the same way you're going.
Thank God, yeah, it is, isn't it? You're
Just
just hiding
go
back
for
there,
it.
aren't you?
Go for it.
Oh, almost.
The worst that happens is we get more angel charms.
Yeah.
See, if we had come here first, farming shiny salt would have been a lot easier, because you can disassemble those angel charms for shiny salt.
Oh well.
But we weren't going to deprive y'all of like the pleasure of that cutscene or the scene with Zim.
Yeah,
Or
that
just
wasn't gonna happen.
the general foolishness that we went through to reach this point. Yeah, I think that that's actually part of it. That actually is because if you're on the first playthrough, if you're not in the New Game Plus, you can't take Surge out of the party, so you're guaranteed to have a white character, and they're probably going to be your most powerful character because it's Surge.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, it presents just a little bit of a challenge compared to if they packed it with, like, you know, red enemies or black enemies or blue enemies. Because you notice that there's some things like the Terra Terrors actually absorb white damage.
Yep.
And that can make them a terror to fight when you hit them with things like Luminaire or something. It's like, ugh.
Oh, what?
Haha, joke's on you. Flushed.
Well, we're dead now.
I can't believe we're dead.
Well, we're here now.
And you
Oh,
can
right.
see,
This is where that weird thing happens. Okay.
yeah, and look here. This is very, like...
We're underneath the tower, by the way.
This is very Castle in the Sky.
Yeah.
Like, you can see the bottom of Terra Tower and all of the water leaking out.
Speaking of the bottom of Terra Tower,
Voltage. Voltage.
there's a face here.
You finally made it this far, Voltage. What was that? Are you human? When I was still human, I was locked up here, and I have been here ever since. This tower is a fortress belonging to the ancient reptiles, a symbol of revenge brought against mankind by the dragons. With the defeat of fate, the seal has been broken, and this tower has surfaced. In the eyes of the dragons, we humans are the foes. A brain that has developed abnormally to 3 times the original size in the span of 3 million years. We humans have evolved at an enormous rate because of our contact with Lavos' flame. In a sense, mankind is Lavos' offspring. We humans are extraneous to this planet. Now, how will you fight, Voltij?
There's no explanation to that guy. No explanation to who he is, what he's doing here.
Yeah, I have no idea who this
anything.
character is.
That is all we get.
It's real weird. There's just a giant stone face, and it's like, when I was still a human, I was locked up here. Like, what?
I feel like that's the developers going, man, we really didn't explain a whole lot, did we? Quick, throw something in there.
Kind of? Because it's like, what do you mean when I was still a human? Like, is that what humans evolved to after a bazillion years? Is a giant stone face?
Giant stone face at the
I
bottom of a
guess.
tower.
I
No,
guess.
he explicitly was locked up here
Yeah.
as a punishment. Yeah.
It did it. I don't know, it's just one of many weird things that happens in Chrono Cross.
It
a
is a
game full of
mystery.
weird things.
Nope, okay.
And we love it for that.
I do love it for that.
No game is perfect, and that's something that I always try to emphasize in my playthroughs, is that even if I have like my criticisms of a game, which I almost always do, even games that I love, I feel like if you really do love and appreciate something, it is your job to criticize it, and not let it off the hook for its flaws. You have to acknowledge and hold it accountable for the things it doesn't do really well. And Chrono Cross does have a lot of flaws, but that's the point, is we love it in spite of that. It still is a great game. It's absolutely worth playing, and I feel like it's aged fairly well in terms of its design and special effects. I mean, obviously, you can tell that this game is from 1999 and that it was on the PlayStation 1.
I still think it's very aesthetically pleasing, though.
But yeah, like, it's still a beautiful game. The art is still beautiful. The music is still beautiful. It's a great game. It's worth picking up and playing. If you've never done it before, give it a try.
We just got the Defender Plus.
Yes. Which is like the Defender, but better.
Plus.
Yeah, Plus Ultra.
Now, where is it? Ah, there it is.
There we go. Look at that, 6 more evade and an additional +1 magic defense, and plus, what is that, +2?
+2 defense.
Physical defense.
It's very good.
Pretty good. It's very good. And the Pack of Lies is Geller's ultimate weapon.
Yep.
His unique ultimate.
Aw.
Because, of course, you've already seen there are things like the Viper's Venom, and the Einlanzer and the Master Mune, where certain characters other than our protagonist here have their own unique main weapon that nobody else can wield, which is pretty cool. Not every JRPG does that.
Weirdly, I think somebody who has a unique weapon is Korcha, because he uses lures, Cha-Cha in our play, and I don't think anybody else uses those. I think he's the only one.
Yeah, and I
Yes, thank you, Crow.
oven roasted and toasted. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he is the only person who uses lures. So like, he technically has a unique weapon in that, like, he's the only person who can use the prism lure,
Right.
or spectral lure, whatever the rainbow version is called. Just because nobody else equips them.
But he doesn't
But
have
that's
like
not
a
the same
special
thing as
weapon.
Yeah, that's not the same thing as like Viper's Venom or the Pack of Lies or the Einlanzer or the Beta Carotene.
What would like a special fishing lure weapon be? What would you name that?
Oh, I don't know.
What
Yeah,
would be
hit
your
us-
name for a special fishing
Yeah,
lure weapon?
hit us up with your ideas. What would you call a like basically the Ultima weapon of fishing lures? I'm trying not to like get too cliche with the puns. Like, my brain went to like hook, line, and sinker, but that's obviously not. Like, you can't call a whole weapon that. That wouldn't roll off the tongue very well. Those big floppy boys. They make me think of No Face from Spirited Away a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I see that. Kinda, yeah.
And it makes it even kind of creepier.
They make
the way that they
me
just
think
jab you
of,
with their spears with their big noodle arms.
They make me think of the Starmen from Earthbound. Just
yeah.
like elongated instead of being broad.
I think I know what you're talking about. So seeing pictures. I've never played Earthbound, so...
You've never played Earthbound?
No, I thought you knew that.
No.
Yeah, I've never played any of the Earthbound series.
Gasp of disbelief.
Yeah, I know, right? Hey, there's your treasure behind a waterfall.
Yay!
And it's even a rainbow shell.
Yay!
We'd love to
that's
see
all
it.
I needed. I'm happy now.
Well, if you're happy, I'm happy.
You're just gonna stand there, aren't you? Oh, hey, no.
Just gonna float at you.
No! Aw, I missed it.
Just barely. Yeah, I'll have to play those on the channel at some point because that would be a blind playthrough. And that is one of those classic games that, like, I've never played Earthbound, I've never played Mother 3, and I feel like those are games that I should play.
Yes, you should.
And so those are ones I'm kind of looking forward to at some point. I will do a blind playthrough of those. There are a lot of games like that where streaming has been a real opportunity for me that I've appreciated to pick up things like Betrayal and Antara, where I missed them the first time around and then they turned out to be great. And it just gives me an excuse to knuckle down and play games that I should have already played that I've missed out on somehow.
I think I just came up with a name for like my ultimate fishing lure weapon.
Oh no.
The Kingfisher.
That's not bad. Like the bird?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad. And it's very obvious, you think, like with the king on it. What would it be? A lure that looks like a little crown? Oh, no. It's like the red and white bobber, but it has a little crown on it.
There you go.
Like cocked rakishly to one side like a slime king
That's
in
it.
Dragon Quest.
That is absolutely what this is. What's the weirdest weapon in a game you've ever seen?
Ooh, that's a rough question, because there are some doozies like the Viper's Venom in here. The weirdest weapon ever. I don't know. I feel like I need more parameters to narrow that down because I'm having trouble separating, like, weird from comical, because there are some funny weapons that are also strange, but I don't know if they're funnier than they are weird, if that makes any sense.
It does not. You're gonna have to explain.
What I mean is, like...
Give me your example.
Like,
what are you thinking
my
of?
mind jumped immediately to Shadow Heart's
Covenant. Yeah, mine too.
and how
Tuna.
and how Joaquin uses things like a literal mailbox or a frozen tuna to beat people to death.
Yep.
And that's very, very silly. So you see what I mean? Like, it is weird, but I don't know if it's the weirdest thing that I've seen, because I think it might be funnier than it is strange, compared to something like Viper's Venom, which is the weird tri-blade sword. Like, that's just really odd. It's just a kooky design. Like, the Viper's Venom kind of keeps me up at night, whereas the frozen tuna, I'm just like, and then I move along. But Viper's Venom kind of stays with you. So I really, it's hard to say. But that's in lieu of a better answer, I will say it is almost anything wielded by Joaquin in Shadow Heart's Covenant, probably. Probably. But there are some real strange ones out there. Like, what's that,
Oh, okay, you're just gonna do that. Alright.
what is that game? It's not Agony, I don't think, but it's a game kind of like Agony, where you are in some kind of hell dimension, and you're fighting demons, and all of the weapons are disturbingly organic. Like there's a gun that's like some sort of bony maggot creature, and you reload it by like pulling some kind of worm out of it and throwing it away and stuffing another worm inside.
I kind of remember that. I do not remember the name of it.
Yeah, it's not sticking with me or coming to me rather because it's not a game that either of us played. It's a game that we saw it like on a trailer compilation of
games
like,
coming up in the next year or something like that, and then we never heard from it again.
FPS is coming out in 2020 that you need to play, and it was just a bunch of trailers linked together, and then I think saw it again.
Yeah.
So, because when we did watch someone else play Agony, which turned out to be not nearly as good as I hoped it would be. It wasn't terrible. It had its good points and its bad points.
It was alright.
But I thought that Agony was that game, and it turned out not to be. So I don't know. It's just not coming to me. Man, these little cytoplasms, they're not strong or anything, but they are annoying. I think it's because each of them has a different element.
I did not like how the Terror just kind of spit them up.
Just kind of bleh.
Did not like that. Very bad.
No, it's fine.
Not friendly.
It's so fine. Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna.
No, it's fine. By the way, we're partway through the stream. I don't know how much there is left because we are gonna go until we finish the game.
Yeah.
I mentioned this last time because we don't want to... I don't want to call it at 2 hours the way that we often do and then come back in
and
a week.
there'd be like 15 minutes of gameplay left.
Right, like one boss fight is all that was left. So we're just going to finish the game, however long that takes tonight. And if you stay with us the whole time, thank you. We really appreciate that. If you don't stay with us the whole time, that's also okay, because you can always catch the VOD over on YouTube. And so, if you're not subscribed here, if you're not following, please do. Think about it. We're lots of fun. You should do that. Hang out with us.
Come hang out.
But also follow.
Come play games with us.
Yeah, like follow, subscribe, turn on notifications over on YouTube, and it's so easy. We made a Patreon, so if you want to be involved and you are a YouTube user and not a Twitch user, that's cool. That way you can pledge on our Patreon and still have an influence on what we're doing on the channel beyond just the comments. And if you're already on Twitch, you can just subscribe, especially if you have that sweet, sweet free sub from Amazon Prime. You are more than welcome to throw that our way, because that just means we can bring you more and better content. And I'll mention this again at the end of the video, but of course once we finish Chrono Cross, we're going to be taking a week off like we always do to prepare the next series, and then we'll be back the Monday after next.
As per usual.
With a different game. So be sure to, tweet at us, hit us up on Facebook, let us know your thoughts.
Yeah, give us some suggestions.
Yeah, if you have recommendations or something. Oh, these weird little cherub enemies.
The weird statue cherub things, yeah.
And there's not a whole lot of mileage left on Disciples 2, which I'm playing on Thursdays right now, so I'll have a poll up on Twitter that y'all should keep an eye out for there as well, so that I can let you help me pick the genre of the next game that's going to come after Disciples 2 as well.
So, we are coming up on the end of the game. What's been your favorite part?
Of Chrono Cross?
Yeah.
Ooh. Of the game, like, in general, or of this specific playthrough?
Let's say this playthrough. We'll narrow it down to that.
I don't know. I mean, I always enjoy playing games with you, even when it's single player and we're just kind of hanging out while one of us plays. There's been a lot of memorable moments, though, because I've never played it like this. There's a lot of things to love. Many have bled, suffered, and perished. It is your turn to die.
Honestly, your voices have been my favorite part.
Well, thank you. Some other people have said that as well, and I'm always glad when people respond well to that, just because, not because it strokes my ego, but because it means that I'm not doing it for no good reason.
Right.
I'm glad that it entertains people. So here's Pyrotor, which is has kind of a neat robot centaur design. And of course, it being the red boss, that means that, you know, it's weak to blue, it's going to absorb red as health. Yeah, this is one of my favorite boss designs, actually.
All of these guys are really cool.
Yeah, because they all have the same kind of, like, sleek, semi-organic robot look to them. But each of them is still unique.
A weirdly organic robot look. Like, they look like they're made out of bug shell.
Also, I appreciate this as well. Like, it has Sadness Wave, which lowers everybody's attack. And, of course, that's just effectively a multi-target version of Weaken, which is a red spell.
Yeah.
But red being the fire element, that's something that in JRPGs is more typically associated with, like, Berserk. With anger, fire, rage. And it even tells you that when you come in to attack it. It's like people have suffered and perished, now it's your turn to die.
Yeah.
And so then it hits you with Sadness Wave.
Of all things.
Instead of, like, some attack based off of anger or hatred, and it's like, that's kind of unique. It sticks with me, and I like it. It really helps with the theme of this fight.
He is just going to do that, though.
It's fine. He just healed 90 points.
Yeah, but he also made the field all red.
Yeah, that's the real danger. But that's okay. Lena's not going to let that stand for long. We're not going to let it have a red field. That would be bad for everybody. But yeah, it makes me think of like one of the Horsemen of the Apocalypse.
Oh yeah,
kind of thing.
I like that imagery.
Because it's like the Rider of War, you know, the Red Horseman. They all have a slightly different feel.
Of course you do that.
Wow. Hey, but now we get to try full revival.
Ooh, I think not if I kill him first.
Palms has the other, like, regular revive, so if you're worried about it, you'll have to switch. I think it's in a 6th level slot.
One more?
You can aim with 2 more weak attacks. There it is.
There it is.
There it is. And she'll come back with full health, so we won't have to heal, which is great. There we go. Much more impressive version.
And she just stands right back up.
Yeah, just do. That's not how I remember it. Like Prince of Persia, just rewind.
Ooh, Omega Red.
I like how the Omega attacks, like, incorporate all of the different themes of the element. So, like, how Omega Yellow encases you in stone and then strikes you with lightning, because yellow has historically been, you know, like, stone and earth, but also electricity. And, of course, Omega Red is just an explosion, because what else would it be?
Lots of fire, and there's magma in there.
Yeah. So what is my favorite part of this playthrough? I really like the fight with Fate and the reveal. I feel like that came off well.
Yeah.
And that's always a big, like, climactic moment for someone who has never played Chrono Cross before. So, like, I hope that people enjoyed that. I mean, at the end of the day, my favorite part of pretty much everything that I do on Twitch is always the interaction with y'all who are watching and following along, because that's what makes it new for me. If it's a game I've played a million times, like Final Fantasy VII or Chrono Cross or whatever, then that's what makes it new and fresh and exciting for me, this is still the first time I've ever played it this way. So, you know, it's new all over again. So I love that.
Yeah, I have to admit, playing with an audience is different, but in a very good way that I like.
Yeah, no, I really have come to enjoy it, especially when people are active and participate, you know, that's really great. But of the actual playthrough itself, I think it probably is the Fate reveal and Chronopolis. I think that went off really well. And that's a good part of the game where, like, the story dumps a lot on you all at one time, but it does so in a fairly cohesive fashion.
Yeah.
Which, unfortunately, Chrono Cross is often sometimes kind of scattered in the way that it tries to deliver a very complex story.
Yeah, it's bad about that.
Especially since so much of it is predicated on you having played Chrono Trigger.
Yeah.
I feel like if you haven't played Chrono Trigger, this game is completely mystifying.
Not only do you have to have played Chrono Trigger, but you have to remember a bunch of stuff from Chrono Trigger too.
Right, like the best way to play Chrono Cross is to play Chrono Trigger and then immediately play Chrono Cross, like, right then.
Yep.
And so that's That's a place in the game, the whole of Chronopolis, where they managed to, I think, successfully deliver a lot of lore dumping without going overboard. They tie a lot of things together, and it's a good part of the game where it makes a lot of other stuff that you did earlier on Disc 1 that I think felt random at the time. It kind of pulls it together and makes it make sense for the first time. And you have a lot of, oh, moments.
There's that spectral
There's
glove.
the spectral glove. So you can see we would have had to fight 2 bosses before we got to that, which is why Pixel wanted to go ahead and quite justifiably make one for Palms rather than wait for the free one. That's also, again, it's really strange that for some reason that's the only spectral weapon that the game gives you for free. Just, it's an oddly specific choice.
Oh, this maze. So I think it's this way. Then over here. Darn it. Nope. I missed the treasure
Yeah,
chest.
I wish I could help you with this part.
It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. I got this. It's fairly simple.
Oh, yeah, because, I mean, it is a bit of a maze, but it's also, like, whatever. There's the other rainbow shell. There are 3 free rainbow shells in treasure chests throughout Terra Tower. That was the last of them. And, of course, we don't really need them anymore.
I wish that
But-
beating the bosses would give you 1 shiny material from them as well.
That would be helpful, actually.
Because that would guarantee that you had enough materials. Oh, hey, look at where we are.
Where are we?
Could this be
Viper Manor?
what's going on?
Why are we back
Yeah,
here?
we're suddenly back at Viper Manor, which is not located in the ocean last time I checked.
And also, where are we in Viper Manor? This specific tower, in this specific moment. Ah, it's this guy. It's Balthazar.
Welcome. It's good to see you finally made it here. I've been expecting you, Voltage. Where are we? Is this Viper Manor?
This is a space that does not exist. But don't mind that.
I'm gonna kind of worry about that.
More importantly, I have something I must explain to you.
Who are you?
Oh, my name is Balthazar.
That jerk.
And you hear the music change, too.
Good track.
In the ancient magical kingdom of Zeal, I was known as a Sage of Reason. Well, that was up until the Queen of Zeal attempted to harness the power of Lavos. Let's just say, things got out of control, and Lavos created a dimensional vortex that threw me far into the future. There, I seized the opportunity to study the science of the future. I was then able to apply that knowledge that I brought from my own era, including magic, which was long lost in the future. Anyway, this led me to make huge progress in the research of time. Well, that research led to the creation of Chronopolis, and to the time crash. You might think I really blew it. But perhaps it was really my finest hour.
I don't believe you. You've caused a lot of problems.
He has, but he also has fixed a lot of problems.
That's true.
So if nothing else, he made some mistakes, but he did account for them and try to make up for them.
Yeah.
Anyway, I created a compact time machine that I dubbed the Neo Epoch. I used it to time warp to this age to learn of Chronopolis and Fate's plans, and to see how things were turning out. And it was totally cool. Terra Tower is really a city of the Reptites from another dimension's future. It was originally Dinopolis, the castle of Azala's descendants who achieved an evolution much more intimate with our planet. Dinopolis was drawn into this dimension's past about 10,000 years ago. So here's the exposition that I wasn't sure if I should give. So
Yeah.
that this is...
This was done so that it could serve as a counterbalance against Chronopolis, which Lavos pulled here.
Yep.
Fighter jets.
Needless to say, a fierce battle ensued. In the end, Chronopolis emerged as the victor, and the Reptites' fortress was sealed away by fate.
Good timing on the music there, too.
But more important now is the role the dragons play in all of this. Originally, the whole archipelago of El Nido was known as the Sea of Eden. This was because it was where the dragon gods resided. But then fate sealed away the dragon god's powers, in effect becoming a god itself. Thus, the islands where the new godhead, Fate, existed came to be called the Sea of Eden instead. Perhaps you didn't realize it, but you were used by the dragon gods to eliminate fate.
Which is why they gave us all the relics and everything. They knew that would happen.
It was not true that the dragon gods sealed away the frozen flame. Rather, it's quite the opposite. It was fate that used the power of the flame to seal up the dragon gods. In reality, the dragon gods are in opposition to man, while fate itself was actually the protector of humanity.
Yeah, but it was protecting us via mind control, so...
Yeah. The dragon gods were originally a singular plasma life form.
Which I don't get, but okay.
A living accumulation of the planet's energy. Originally, it was a biological machine used to control the powers of nature in the future society of the Reptites. In order to control the natural energy itself, Fate divided the one dragon god entity up into 6 weaker plasma life forms, then scattered them across the land and sealed them away. Their dragon-like appearances are just pseudo-disguises. Temporary forms they take so that they can appear in this dimension. But all that changed when Fate was vanquished and its power hold was eliminated. At that moment, the 7 dragons who had been rendered almost powerless and forgotten traveled across the dimensions to reunite into a single entity.
Which is, of course, that's what we saw.
7 dragons?
Ah, yes. 7.
Methought there were only 6. There were 6 dragons you knew of, and 1 more hidden dragon you didn't. Like the second moon that was once lost, but later found. Although the same planet, my world didn't have 2 moons. Look up at the night sky now, and you will see 7 celestial bodies, 5 stars and 2 moons. 5 brother stars that correspond to the 5 colored dragons ruling like gods over the night skies. 1 moon that corresponds to the white sky dragon, and another, darker daughter moon to counterbalance them. The fire dragon, the water dragon, the green dragon, the earth, black, sky dragons, and 1 more. The final dragon, the dark moon dragon. The one who was to work to free the other dragons from their bondage by the Fate computer. The child the others created on the night of the electric storm that temporarily caused Fate to loosen its hold on them.
And that explains why the storm was so powerful and why that all happened.
Exactly, and when the storm happened, and for just a moment, Fate could no longer control and fully bind the dragons, but it was just long enough for them to do this.
I believe you knew her as Quinn.
And there you go.
And that's also why Quinn is the same age as Voltij, roughly.
Exclamation points. Unbelievable. The dragon gods were the essence of nature on this planet. Perhaps we can consider what's happening as our planet's vengeance on us. To finally sweep away the unwanted humans from the face of this blue planet. First it with fate, now with the planet? Or vice versa. Either way you look at it, now's the time to set things right. The future of mankind and the destiny of this planet. Everything depends on the next battle you will fight. Unfortunately, the time for us to part has come.
Hey, mister, is that the Chrono Cross you guys have there? The Chrono Cross, the melody and harmony. It has the power to cross space and time and unify people's thoughts and feelings.
And of course, that's the little red-headed ghost kid up there in the top left.
It has the power to transfer memories. By using it as an element, it has the power to draw on the sounds of the 6 colored elements to produce a healing harmony. It has the power to combine the sounds of the world into one melody.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't say this if you don't have the Chrono Cross with you at the time.
And then they vanish.
I'm sure we'll meet again soon. In one time period or another. Be careful now. And good luck.
And he also vanishes.
Yep. The Sage of Time.
Speaking of which, that was a clue to something we'll need. Where's that lever?
It's right there, I think.
There we go.
Got it. Yeah, that speech about the Chrono Cross.
And the melody it plays and everything of the world. That's a big clue.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I think
Black hole.
I think the order that he listed the dragons in, is that the other clue?
Yes.
Okay.
That's another clue. And we need to leave the other direction now?
Yeah,
Pretty
I think
sure.
you get the black hole element and then go back.
I always want to jump through the stained glass because that's just traditional in a Chrono game. So yeah, a lot of information just dumped on us.
Indeed. And actually, I think we need to go back.
There we go.
We need to go back before we go forward because I think you missed the holy healing.
Did I?
I believe so.
Where's it at?
It's in this room. It's just
This
like
room?
down at the bottom. Yeah, it's like over there at the left. There it is.
Oh.
Because we definitely want that.
I did not see that. Did that exist before we came back through?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I won't swear to that because it is Chrono Cross, but... Let's go ahead and put that on somebody, too.
Yeah, that should probably be on someone. Oh, yeah, this room.
This is a cool room. Oh, this is the clue.
Well, it's another clue.
It's another clue, yeah.
Who should we put the holy healing on? Lena?
I don't know, because it is a white element, and Voltij is the least likely to die. So he might be the best one to heal
Yeah.
the others. And put it
Oh,
on
we have a
instead
slot
of-
open.
Yeah, we just put it right there, because we've got stars.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It doesn't look like Palm's got a slot, but Lena did.
Well,
Let's
she got
see,
another
she's got
7
both of the
slot.
summons, so...
Let's give her another deluge.
Yeah, you may, since you already heard some of the sounds that they were making, you may have noticed that those are sounds we've been hearing in combat.
Yep. When you have the Chrono Cross equipped, of course, every time you cast an element, a dot will appear up next to the field and a sound will play.
Mm-hmm.
That's another clue. So many clues.
So many clues.
And nobody to string them together for you.
Yeah, it does not hold your hand. So right here... You can see, it's kind of weird in that it's like it's not lighting up properly.
Yeah.
But it's supposed to, each ping is supposed to light up one of the crystals. And it looks to me, for some reason, like only the green one is lighting up properly. But we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Don't worry about this for now.
I thought there was a... Nope, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's on the other side.
No, I think you're right. Yeah, you have to go there and then go round. Go down the stairs and then you go, like, I think left?
Yes, there it is.
Yeah, we definitely don't want to miss this, and you will see why.
It's on this side.
There you go, yep. Because this is something that we really want. Boom.
The Ultranova. I'm absolutely equipping that right now.
And that has to go on voltage, so... That is also a level 6 spell.
Causing an explosion of high-density energy.
You want to put that in place of the Magna Gate?
Yes. I missed that the first time I played this game. I was very sad to learn about it later.
It's very easy to miss. I think that's the... It's kind of like that Holy Healing. That is the only one of that element that the game gives you for free.
Yeah, the others you have to either steal or trap or...
Yeah, because you can trap Ultranova from, like... I think Starkey maybe uses it, and I think the Sky Dragon uses it.
I think so. Oop, next boss.
It's the green boss, Animator. Return our trees. Give back our green forests. I always interpret the hyphens like a robot voice because that's how robots speak in these games.
That's how Tobor speaks.
Yeah. Which is why.
He looks very much like the yellow one.
But of course that's exactly what these things are, is they are reptite robots. They are bioorganic or cybernetic constructs. That's very funny that it casts Infoscope on everybody.
Yeah.
I think it just does it to turn the field green. Because it doesn't need that information. It knows how many hit points you have. It's just like the red one spamming tablets. It's basically, you just want to, like, get that green off the field right away.
Ooh, we get to see Ultranova.
Right away. Ooh. Good, because I don't know if we... Did we get to see it before?
No.
Did the Sky Dragon kill us with this earlier? Is that how we died? Well, if not, it's a really cool spell, so there you go. That's effectively the Ultima of the game.
It's very good and I love it. And of course, it's green, so it heals.
Yeah, the green one loves its healing spells, and it heals a lot.
I'll try to level up Palms' elements to hit it really hard. Oh no, 2 damage! What are we gonna do?
See there, if you haven't been noticing, you can hear the obvious musical tones. And you can hear, like, the green one is the same every time, and you see that line up at the top of the screen where it's putting colored dots on the field that match the elements that are being used. Man, it really did just take 5 turns in a row, though.
Please stop.
Yeah, like, any damn time is good.
And now you're gonna cast Omega Green?
This is the green one's, like, thing, is it's really fast.
Ow.
Damn!
Well, I mean...
Animator used Razor Leaf. It was super effective.
Critical hit.
There we go. A cure-all from Lena, though. And we're back to it. She's either poisoned or afraid, though.
Yeah.
Not that it matters, because you just killed her.
Should have healed more.
I like their design. All of them.
I know I've said it before, but I really love the unique death animations the boss have.
Yes, every single boss in the whole game has a unique death animation, and I think that's cool. I really appreciate that they put in that work. Another star.
Love it. Love
Nice.
it. Love it.
Oh, I wish she'd gotten something other than just HP.
I
but-
want my healer to stay alive.
I mean, yes. Like, I'm not complaining. I just wish she had also gotten, like, I don't know, defense or something.
It's fine.
It's a slightly larger than usual HP increase, so that balances out. And there's a save point. This is our halfway point for the dungeon, because of course we fought 3 bosses, right?
Yep.
So now Terra Tower is like, better save. Voltij up there. Oh, what's that?
Ah, force field.
That must be the summit.
Look, those 2 beams coming from either side. I wonder if they act as some kind of sealing device. Lena's never played Final Fantasy XIV, or she would recognize the device later used in Tamterra Deepcroft to be the gimmick for that dungeon.
Just gonna do this real quick. Don't mind me.
So now we have to go to, like there's not much more dungeon left.
Nope.
As Lena just pointed out, those 2 beams coming from the sides are sealing the summit. So we've got to go to the left and right and unseal it, and then we're going to go up. So Terra Tower is just about done. See, here we are, we're walking along the top of those outstretched wings to either side of the tower. The design of this is really cool, and for some reason, I feel like, and you won't get this because you haven't played it, but I feel like I see a
Thank
Saga,
you, Crow.
a Saga Frontier influence in this dungeon, kind of. Oh my gosh.
He saw
The
it.
sealing device. Oh, yep. Okay. Okay, that was pretty good. That's pretty good.
And now we have to fight this big chonky boy.
Gravitor, the black boss. It's a chunky girl, actually.
Oh yeah, it is female, isn't it? They make me think of the Torminator enemy we fought.
Yeah, I think it's based on the same model.
Ooh, he's not gonna like this.
He will not. Oh, also, I just realized, because we're at the end of the dungeon,
Yeah.
I don't think that we got the beta carotene.
Oh no, we didn't, did
We
we?
didn't pick it up. Dang it. Okay, well, we're not going to go all the way back, because it's, like, in the middle part of the dungeon. It's not too far after you fight the yellow boss. But Janice, or in our case, Evie's ultimate weapon is here, which is, yes, it's a giant carrot.
It's a big old carrot.
I wanted to show that just for comedy value. Please look up the beta carotene. It's very silly. I can't believe we missed that. We remembered the Holy Healing.
Yep.
And then we remembered the Ultra Nova, and you got the Black Hole, and we didn't get the damn Carrot Sword.
Got everything else.
Wow.
Lena, honey, you gotta hit it.
She's a dodgy girl.
Ooh, Omega
Omega
Black.
Black. Here we go.
Well,
At least they didn't hit Voltage.
such a creepy attack with like the snake spines and everything.
Yes, it's like darkness and gravity all in one. Oof, look at that shit. Damn, what a hit. Oh, palms look so sad. Her tongue and ears are all droopy. Blah.
Your tongue is always droopy.
Well, yeah, but like extra droopy. None of these bosses, you'll notice, have an enormous amount of HP, and that's because, like, they are all mini-bosses that are just sealing the dungeon. They're not meant to be the main challenge.
No,
So,
absolutely not.
they're meant to give you a little bit of a fight, but they're not meant to strain you.
Nice.
There we go, that's what
There
I'm
we
talking
go.
about. And we got another black hole, nice.
No turn field, no black field for that one.
Is that not where you get it? I don't remember, because I thought that's just where you got all of them, so, like... if you don't get the black and white field elements from these bosses, then I don't remember.
I love that teleporter is basically just a catapult.
Well, but you know what that means though is that if we've been misremembering, if Gravitor dropped a black hole element, then that means that Luxator I think is probably going to drop an Ultranova.
Could be,
because that's the white counterpart. And you'll notice that level 6 is like the highest level of elemental spell for each color. You have things like Ultranova and Holy Healing, which can only be equipped by, white innate characters, and you have that in things like Tornado, Thunder Snake, and so on for all of the different elements. And then they're plus or minus 2, of course. And so that is to leave your 7th and 8th level slots for the summons, so that you can place them in there. Those are the more powerful, those are the 7th and 8th level spells, basically.
Which element do you associate with yourself? Like, which one calls to you if you were in the game?
Oof, you've asked me this before, and it's a really hard question. And it's really hard because I think every person, it's kind of like a zodiac thing, or like the letter personality types. I forget what that's called, like the INFJ or whatever. People see aspects of themselves in all of them, so it makes it difficult to choose just one, because you can go, well, I really see blue in myself, but also I can be hot-headed, and that's a red thing. Mm-hmm. Or I'm really in tune with nature, or I'm outdoorsy, and that's a green thing. But I think at the end of the day, if I had to pick, the way I would do it is by looking at other characters who share those elements, and what their personalities and themes are. And I would probably have to peg myself as a green character.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Because I think about all of the other characters who are green, like Glenn, Karsh, Radius,
Rasley,
Sprig. I kept wanting to call her Sprout or Sprouts for some reason. I couldn't get past that. And I was like, I know.
So you really identify with the plant people, like Neotheo and Turnip?
No, I really don't. But there are a lot of personalities in there that I kind of do identify with. If it's not green, it would probably have to be blue.
I could peg you as either a blue or a black character.
A younger me would have said black without hesitation.
Your younger, edgier self?
Yeah. Like 15 years ago, I would have said, oh, absolutely, black element.
Goth
black
Starfish.
Scarfish.
Scarfish?
Uh-oh, here comes the Magnify. Hate that, because it immediately follows it up with Omega White, baby.
Bye, Palms.
Because Palms only has 300 hit points. I love the way Omega White looks.
It just throws a sun at you.
I wish that you could get the Omega spells as, at least you've got a flying, or a full revive charged. That will make the whole field white, however.
That's okay, because Palms will immediately go.
Yeah. Yeah, please don't melt
right?
our dog. Don't get greedy. Don't get greedy. There you go.
Let's do that.
Yeah. Put some black on the field. Because I knew it, if you did that last fierce attack, it was just going to cast Omega White again.
I don't know what you're talking about. It never would have done that.
But I wish that was like the 7th or 8th level spell for each color, is if you could get the Omega spells, because they look so cool. That would be
really cool.
They look so cool, but hit them with another free fall.
Yeah.
Because there's black on the field, so that'll change the balance in favor of black when it pushes that other white off. Was that it? Yep.
Oh, yep, that was it.
She did it.
Good job, Lena.
There we go. Whew-wee. Gravitor is not as bad, although Gravitor can also be nasty, but Luxator is the one that I, like, out of the 6 colored bosses, that I have most often, like, I've lost to because I just overestimated myself, or underestimated the boss.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, it's not gonna be a big deal, it's fine.
Lies.
And then Luxator's like, magnify, Omega White. What were you saying?
Nothing, because you're dead now.
Yeah, like me, a fool. Ah. Oh no, this has never happened before in any playthrough. How could I have predicted this?
How could I have died here of all places?
How could I possibly have lost to this boss that I have fought many times before?
I'm thinking about
I've always beaten it.
I'm thinking about taking the Chrono Cross off and putting a black hole in that place. What do you think?
I don't think he can equip Black Hole.
Oh, no, you're right.
But he can equip that other Ultra Nova.
Yeah.
If you want to do that, because you do not need the Chrono Cross for this fight, so...
No.
That's probably not a bad idea, because you already have the Holy Healing
no.
at, like, +2.
Ugh.
It's funny that they have the wind gimmick here on the way to the white boss, and well, also not on the other one, but just, like, you'd think that the green boss would be the room where they'd have a wind gimmick.
One would think.
So yeah, let's put that Ultra Nova on in place of the Chrono Cross. That'll give us an Ultra Nova +2. Oh, hey, actually.
Hey.
Yeah, we got more stars. You just put it there. Or there's also, he got an 8th level slot if you want to put it there.
Man, I don't even know. I guess so, yeah.
Might as well. You can just leave the Chrono Cross.
Yeah, I guess
But
so.
what are we going to put in that level 7 slot? You want to bump up the other Ultra Nova? Or do you want to leave it in 6?
No, I absolutely want to bump that up. Are you kidding? Oh, but if I do, then... No, you know what? Yeah,
That's
that makes
fine, and then we
feel
can
good.
still put something in that level 6 slot. Maybe we could put a Magnify? Or, because it is level 6.
Do we want to put that
I don't
there?
know if we do. It makes me nervous. Well, what else do we have? Do we have another healing spell? Like a... Do we have a Cure-All or a Heal-All? We have a Heal-All.
We do have a heal all.
That'd be good.
We already have a heal all there.
Yeah, but that way we got 2.
I guess so. Alright,
So
sure.
the other 2 get slots. Surely Palm's got a slot from that.
Palms did not.
Okay, she's capped, I guess. But Lena got an 8th
did.
level slot. Let's see. We've got Nimble and Numble. We got Ice Blast. We don't have any more Cure-Alls.
What do we already got over here?
I think she's got Blue Whale.
Yep.
So you could put something like the Ice Blast there, because it's a level 4 anyway, and it's single target. So that would make it really powerful and be an Ice Blast +4.
That's not a bad idea. We'll do that.
So give her a big hit. Gosh, and then let's save again, because damn. Obviously,
I don't know what you're talking about. Those boss fights were... Those were fun.
they're so fine.
It was cake.
It's
It was
so
easy.
fun. Obviously, the one we haven't seen yet is the blue boss. That's the one that's coming up.
Man, it is... Like, we have been going 2 hours already, haven't we?
Yelp. That's fine.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna finish it, so...
And the blue boss can be very annoying because, of course, it also heals itself.
Don't know
But
why.
it will use things like Nimble, Numble, and Vigora as well, which is a spell we haven't seen a lot.
I don't know why they put the blue one last, but they do, and here it is.
I think it's
so-
because blue has the best mix of, like, healing attack, buff, and debuff. Disrespecting the origins of life. Mother Sea suffers, you must pay the price. I guess that's why, too, is because it's like the ocean gimmick. Yeah, we're gonna finish it, Blunt.
I wish
We're
the
gonna-
black and white ones had had some kind of, like, speech to give.
Yeah, they're the only ones that don't say anything, which is weird. And also, this is another centaur. You'd think it would have been like a merfolk or something. I don't know.
No, it's because it's mirroring the other element.
Yeah, because yellow and green look like each other, black and white, red and blue. Yeah, you know, I guess that makes sense.
Still would have been cool to look like a mer centaur thing. That would have been cool. Like a Kelpie.
Yeah. All right, let's get some of that blue off the field.
can and will do.
Hey, Inferno. Also, for anyone who is watching this and you're wondering about other alternate strategies or tips, you know, that you might have for fighting these bosses, something just occurred to me that I do want to point out, and that is, of course, we have the different plate armors, which can be really handy for these bosses because they only deal one type of damage, right? Is physical and then their element. Two types of damage. Two types of damage. No. So obviously, like, the blue plate would be really useful here. Thus, I should stress that Gravitor, the black boss, is the only one where wearing the black plate is not basically guaranteed invincibility, because Gravitor can cast Black Hole and Gravitor can cast, like, Hell Soul and Hellbound. And so instant death attacks don't deal damage, and the elemental plate armors do not guarantee you immunity to an elemental color. They just make you absorb that color's damage as health. So an instant death effect, as we've seen before for things like Black Hole, it doesn't deal damage, it just kills you.
Yeah.
Which means the black plate won't save you.
Ow.
Boom.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy. That's okay. Palms and Len have got this. They got this.
I hate the frozen condition.
Alright, let's get that blue off there. Thunderstorm.
Eat lightning!
This dog can control the weather. I love it. And of course, there are things we're not doing. Like, since we already fought Pyrotor, we could use Red Field and then immediately cast, like, Red Wolf or Salamander on this thing.
No, I can't because I don't have a red person in party.
Well, I know, but I mean, like, if you could do that, you could
yeah,
plan...
that's a strategy, definitely.
Yeah, like, you could plan to do that by bringing a red character like Frank or Draggy or somebody.
Let's see, what do we got to work with here? Let's hit you with a free fall.
Yeah, anything that breaks up the blue.
I was hoping for another red, but this'll work. Better not heal yourself again. Oh no, you're just gonna cast blue field. Alright, cool.
Sure.
Hey! Our boy's back in business.
He thawed out. Alright, do anything. There we
go.
go. That's it.
Is that anything?
That's anything. Shatters into ice shards.
So cool.
Very cool.
I'm doing so well. None of these bosses have killed me yet.
Hoo-wee.
Love it, love it, love it.
And there's our blue field. Alright, let's go back and save it again. Yellow, red, green, blue, black, white.
I'm sure that's not important.
I'm sure it's not important. There's no way that can be important. Right?
No, not at all.
It's not like we've seen it like several times.
Don't anybody remember that at all. Never. Forget it immediately.
Okay, we got one more boss. Goodness gracious. Okay. Now this next boss is a doozy, because it basically is the final boss of the game.
No, it's fine.
So it can be tough. The reason it can be tough is because it shifts between different elemental strategies. And so to have the greatest effect and be the safest in this battle, you have to know all of them, and that's a lot to remember. Because all of Chrono Cross is a lot to remember. So we're just going to have to do the best we can. We have a good spread, because we don't have anybody who's countering anybody else.
Right.
But of course that means that things like during the red phase, Lena is going to be extra useful, but also at her weakest. During the green phase, Palms is going to be at a disadvantage, and so on.
I could try to mitigate that some by putting like the appropriate plates on them, so that they absorb that damage. but it's kind of a toss-up because then that makes them weaker for the other elements.
Exactly, and so it's better overall to have the rainbow equipment.
Oh, and you might recognize where we are right now. This was the area of Sky Dragon Isle we had access to before it became Terra Tower.
Yeah, because you remembered that little area where the teleporter was there, was where we chased the weird octopus thing around, and these stairs go up to the top where we found Starkey and the Sky Dragon.
Yep. Also, I don't remember these being here, but... Help. Stop it. Kill me.
Oh, creepy, huh?
Welcome. Welcome, humans. Those who know the torment and joy of creation know also the pleasure of destruction.
Therefore, all that pass through here must be prepared to share the burden that I carry. And it really doesn't want you to read that, does it?
Nope.
See, Voltage paused for a second and then got really excited. Oh. What's that? Gasp. Could it be?
It's the MacGuffin.
The MacGuffin?
The thing we've been after this whole time. Oh, hey, girl's here.
Suddenly girl is here. Oh. We saw this briefly in a cutscene.
This
Look
thing
at
is so
that.
cool.
I kind of hate it, but it's also such a really neat design. Look at all the weird eyeballs on it.
That's so cool.
There it is. The frozen flame. A chunk of Lavos.
So, this is the true frozen flame. Struth. Hold on. Don't touch it.
Too late.
No, it's fine. He's already touched it once.
Is everyone okay?
Shooting stars in the background. Make a wish.
Bugger you. Us humans ain't gonna let you have your way any longer. Come on, show your bloody self.
As you wish, says the Time Devourer. In order to survive all living things in this world, fight desperately and devour those they defeat. Must one kill other living things in order to survive? Yes, the answer is yes. Must one destroy another world in order to allow one's own world to continue? The wounded in turn wound and torment those weaker than they themselves are. There are only the killers and the killed, the sinners who are judged, and the victims that do the judging. What meaning is there to such a world?
Whether it has meaning to our lives or not, we still go on living, you know. You've got no right to deny that.
I shall cleanse this blue planet of you filthy humans once and for all. Here we go, this is it, folks.
Okay.
Saddle up. I love this boss track, it's so good. This is the only one I think that actually has vocal backing. Or backing vocals, I guess I should say. There we go. The weird dragon worms fighter jet thing.
The
and
Time Devourer.
there we go. And you'll notice that it is female.
Of course it is. It's created by Mother Earth.
Exactly. Now, this boss actually has more health than the Cryo Sphinx. I think it's the only boss that does.
Yeah, so we're gonna be here a while.
It's fine.
Let's see.
It's fine. You just have to be careful because it also will use a lot of powerful elements that you can trap to stop it from using it. Like when it's in the white phase, of course, it's going to do things like Ultranova and Holy Light.
Or it'll just sit on me.
I love this when it just does the ridiculous, like, ass slap combo. Shoddy had those apple bottom jeans. Boots with the fur. This is so funny. Like, why does this work?
Crunch.
It's fine. See, we're doing a lot of good solid damage.
I do have to be conservative with my elements, though.
Yeah. But you also have to balance that with hitting it as hard as you possibly can. But the thing is, it's going to cycle back around, so that means, like, if you don't kill it fast enough, it'll come back to a white phase, and then you won't have any black elements to hit it with. So,
Fortunately, we brought Lena, and she's got a recharge ability.
Mm-hmm. And Voltij has the recharge element consumables on, too.
Here we go.
Okay.
Field change.
Oh no, what's happening? It's yellow now. Check it out. So the battlefield changes to let you know what's happening.
By the way, the battlefield is also another clue.
Mm-hmm. Yep, because the sequence that it takes you through the fields in is meaningful here. Okay.
I did not pack any green attacks.
There we go.
There's one.
Arrow Blaster. You want to start with weak ones and then build up? It probably doesn't matter, because it's like, yeah, see, he's really powerful anyway. This is where, like, Palms is going to be really powerful and also at a disadvantage.
Not helping, yeah.
But we're doing really solid damage to it. And I think part of that is because, unlike the Cryosphinx, the Time Devourer, for as strong as it is, does not just come out and just kill half your party.
Thank goodness.
And so, because of that, we actually are fighting it with all three people.
It's also casting the elements in the order that we need as well.
There's 2 yellow on the field. You could use Canine Ball or Doggy Done It.
I don't know. Does it
power.
absorb?
I actually
I'm gonna save those for its green phase.
no, you're right.
I'm just gonna hit it again.
Yeah, no, you're right. When it's so, don't make the mistake I just almost made. As it changes forms, it absorbs that element. So don't hit it with yellow when it's in yellow mode, obviously. Let's see.
Well,
there's an arrow saucer.
That'll work.
Certainly better than nothing.
Get that yellow off the field.
Nice.
This is gonna probably be a heavy physical attack phase.
I think it's about to change again.
Yep.
Yep.
Should be going to red next.
Yep. I believe so. You get sucked up into the vortex again and then chucked down into a volcano. Thud.
I kind of wish that they had created unique battlefields for this fight.
Yeah, because it's cycling you back through the fields where you fought each of the dragon gods, which that's cool and I get it. Because that's also a callback to the fact that the Time Devourer is the 6 dragon gods recombined.
Right.
And Quinn, unfortunately.
Yeah, she's in there somewhere.
She's in there somewhere. Which, that's not who was saying, "Help, kill me."
I gave you a blue one.
Yeah, she's got some... There's an ice.
There we go.
I'm really happy with the damage that we're dealing, so...
Oh, yeah.
Because I think
bomb. That does nothing.
the Cryosphinx, I believe, has something like 12 or 13,000 hit points-ish, and the Time Devourer has 15k.
Okay, so not too much more.
Not too much more, but it does have more. It has the most HP of any enemy in the game, as befitting a final boss, of course.
That just sneezed at us.
Yeah, just...
Aww.
Oh, boo. Well, she's at 8 anyway. Ooh, hey. There's that Ice Blast +4. Yeah, I think the same thing on both counts. It very much looks like a fighter jet to me.
Field change? Field change.
Yep, field change.
Let's see. Green?
You know what we should have done is we didn't put any of those field change elements on ourselves before we came in, and we could have done that for like the red and yellow phases.
Darn it.
Black phase. That's so... We're so dumb.
We're so dumb.
Oh my gosh.
We got 2 brain cells between us, and I think they're in the cats.
Very funny. Well, that's okay, because this is green phase, so if we can build up a yellow field for Palms, Palms can do Thunder Snake. We just have to not get greedy. Because we have enough yellow to do that. We just need to build Palms up. There we go. Over to Lena.
I don't know if I'm gonna get it in time.
No, it's gonna do something green, and that's fine, but then we can get off. Ooh, no, we may have to heal.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to.
I have no choice.
But she can use, she can use a cure-all or something. Well, that'll heal everybody. But at least it'll be guaranteed to get her back to full. That's okay, because we were gonna have to start over anyway, so...
Yeah. I don't think it's gonna happen.
It may not, and if it doesn't, that's alright. Okay, we got a field change.
Yeah. Oh well, it's
that's
okay.
Well, and also, it would have dealt the most damage during the green phase, but it's not like doing a yellow summon during the blue phase won't still be really good.
Right.
Which that should be the next phase, is yeah, we're in blue. And the next phase after that, I think, is black.
Yep.
Which means that's where we want to see if we can get off Saints. If we can.
I gotta get Lena's stamina back up.
Yeah. I love the little kick. Are we still trying for Thunder Snake?
I'm gonna try. I don't think I'm gonna get it, but I'm gonna try.
Boom, in the face. Very funny.
Now, has she got... She does.
Yeah, she's got an uplift. Now, the thing is that Palms now is out of stamina.
Crap.
That's alright, go for it anyway.
I might be able to make this one.
You might be able to get it. And if you can, that's awesome, but if you can't, no harm done. Ooh.
Darn it.
What's it gonna do, though? Oh, I think it's just doing an attack. Yeah, okay, it just did it. It just did an attack.
That was a white... No, it was
that's
just an attack.
an attack.
Cool, cool, cool.
So, yeah.
This shit... Nope.
Lena's got another attack. This...
That'll get Palms what I need.
Back to Voltage. There we go. One more.
I need one.
One more. Come on. Come on. Yes. Oh, she's got Unleashed, but she needs one more elemental level to do Thunder Snake.
Darn it.
But she'll have 1.2 stamina. She'll have just enough, I think.
You need an even number.
Do you?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay, then can you hit again with Voltage?
I can.
This'll probably...
Please,
This'll fuck it up, though.
Darn it.
Nope, nope, okay.
Okay, cool.
She's gonna attack it. It's gonna go. I know it. I know it. Oh, God.
Oh,
We're
yes.
gonna get it off. Okay. All right, here we go. Summon time. At last. Get ready to feel the thunder.
Probably not gonna see it
Its
because of
fat
this
ass
huge
is
thing.
gonna. Oh my gosh.
Oh, here we go.
Here it is.
There's the thunder snake.
Like, we stan a fat ass, but also Time Devourer, get out of the camera. There we go. Cool. Almost 1,000 damage. There we go, and that immediately knocked it straight into another phase.
Yeah, it really didn't like that, so it's like, oh, that's mean, I'm changing.
I don't want to be here anymore. And next should be black.
Yep. And voltage is built all the way up.
Oh, baby. Now, we can go for that, or if you defend a couple of times, you might be able to get Palms and Lena, do you think, to build up a white field and hit them with Saints? Do you want to try it? Because you could, with him, start with like a photon ray or something, and then only need one attack to get back up, but they both have low stamina, so you may want to like defend or something first.
Yeah, okay, we'll try it.
Oh, lovely. Lovely.
That is gonna hurt.
It is gonna hurt. But that's okay, because you know what's a great white element?
Recover all.
Recover all. And holy healing as well. And there we go, now we got some stamina. And we only need a little bit, so don't get greedy. Let's do, yeah, Photon Ray. And Lena is built up a little bit more, so, so she could do like a recover all. Let's see if we can do this. Oh, I hope we can get this off. She needs one more level to use a recover all. There we go. Oh, and she's only out one also, so if he defends, she might be able to get off a photon ray. Oh,
Ooh, it
thank
casts holy
you!
light. Thank you!
Thank you! Thank you!
Please don't attack again.
Oh boy, thank you. What a gift, everybody! Now you get to see the white summon. Saints time. It's very silly. This is just great gospel. I think, is this the only summon that we did before? Yeah, because we did it on the
did it on the Cryosphinx.
We did it on the Cryosphinx. But it's great because it is it's big damage, but also heals everybody to full health. I don't know if it clears statuses or not.
We're about to find out.
We're about to find out, yeah. Ooh, 2,500 damage.
Does not clear
status. Boo, boo hiss.
That's okay, though.
Yeah, because what matters is that the field is still white.
I figured that would happen. I figured I'd punch it one
Yeah.
time and it'd change.
Okay, now this is bad.
Because the field's all white.
Because it's about to go to the white phase, but thankfully we should get to take a turn before it does anything.
Yeah.
Which is great, because then it's gonna like try to cast Ultra Nova if we don't do something immediately, so hit it with a gravity
Oh,
blow or
look,
something.
the field's changed already.
Oh good, okay, it broke it up. Oh yeah, it does do that, I guess. So, I guess it changes the field effect whenever you go to another battlefield or another phase, but weirdly, trap elements that you set stay through multiple phases. So like if you set an Ultra Nova trap at the very beginning of the fight, it will stay in effect until the Time Devourer casts Ultra Nova. Kinda weird. I'm not mad about it.
Oh, it's gonna do that.
Yeah, it's
Dive
gonna do
bomb
it.
again.
Yeah, like a... what's that called?
Carpet bombing?
Yeah. Or just like a sweep, I guess. Okay, everybody's health is a little down, but not too bad. There's 2 green on the field, so if somebody casts a heal all... Yes, a strafe, thank you. Thank you, old man. She's got a cure all, but there's 2 green on the field. That might not be a bad time to use that, actually,
Yeah.
and then palms can heal instead, because we've exhausted some pretty good elements, so before we go too far,
This is gonna
now's the time.
This is gonna affect just Lena though. Is the thing.
Is it? Is it just her?
Yeah.
Oh.
Target self.
Oh, well, screw it then. She hasn't even used her summons. Just have her cure.
Oh.
Don't want to use too much white. But there's only one white on the field. So you could use like a dash and slash, I guess.
No, because it's white element.
Yeah.
You keep doing that.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Oh, it wouldn't.
Stop.
Dang.
Stop trying to make me heal the enemy.
I forgot. You're right. Do not heal the enemy. Do not heal the enemy. Hurt the enemy. Smash the enemy. Crush the enemy. Do not coddle and be kind to the enemy.
There we go. We'll get to see Unleashed at least.
Sure. Why wait for the green phase? Do it. Uh-oh.
Big Wonder Dog powers activate.
Boom.
Smoosh.
She just gets huge and belly flops. It's so funny. That's exactly what it is.
She took off her weighted collar.
Yeah, she removes her limiters. There we go.
And then Lena killed it with a frying pan.
Boom, baby. Yeah, but that's why Poshal's one of my favorite characters. No victory fanfare.
Music.
Yeah, notice. But you do get a star. Isn't that weird? Why would you need a star from the final boss? That was a very good Time Devourer fight.
Yes, yes it was.
Now I shall truly awaken again. This is my destiny.
Whoop, it's gone. Pew! Hey, Balthazar's here.
That thing, the Dragon God, is only a quasi-existence. A temporary form that the real Dragon God uses in order to appear within this dimension.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
this isn't even my final fight.
The actual Dragon God was consumed long ago in the distant past, integrated by the entity known as Lavos in a time on the other side of the dimensional darkness. The frozen flame is a splinter from the extraterrestrial being Lavos. The one who connects with the frozen flame, in effect, links with Lavos itself. As the mediator between Lavos and living things, that one will gain extraordinary powers. By binding with the new seed of destruction, the Devourer of Time. What in blazes is a Devourer of Time? Now, go to the place where time became divided, and weave the threads of time together again. Chrono Trigger.
I guess that's what the frozen flame sounds like. I don't know.
The Devourer of Time is a new life form, born out of the fusion of a life form from this planet with Lavos, who nests on the far side of the dimensional void. In the far-off future, when the fusion becomes complete, it will awaken.
Just like in the movie.
Then, the Devourer of Time will begin to consume all space-time continua. Despair and hatred, to return all things to nothingness. That is what it desires. Here, take this with you.
We got the Time Egg.
Yay! Also known as the Chrono Trigger.
That time egg will enable you to travel beyond space-time. The world is in your hands. Go. Release the life that is imprisoned.
Boom. Oh, there goes the Time Devourer. Flushed itself straight down the toilet. Uh-oh. Water's rising. It's backed up. It's backed up. There's a clog.
Oh no. Call a plumber.
A space-time plumber.
We're gonna need one.
Crikey! What in bloody hell's happening?
Cripey?
This place is going to crumble to pieces.
Scatter!
Serpentine! Yes.
Just flee. Get out. Abscond.
Run away.
Retreat. Oh,
Escape.
oh, there it goes. Ooh, that's not gonna cause a tsunami or anything.
No. Also, I love how that
It just
much
kinda
weight
sits
just
down.
dropping straight in there. Yeah, like it doesn't shatter the base of it or anything. It just kind of is like,
It's just here now.
time now for a nice sip. All the water that it had soaked up just pouring out of it.
Uh-oh. I'm sure they're
Oh.
fine, Blunt.
Ooh.
Maybe.
Ooh. Why it does this is anyone's guess. This is not explained.
It just looks cool. Big lizard head.
No, small lizard head. Look at those proportions. It's like it just transforms into a statue of what is presumably a Reptide or a Dragonian or whatever.
So, that's Terra Tower's final true form. In the end, we're all the same. Everyone dreams of being greater, more powerful. We have come this far. All that remains is to defeat the Devourer of Time. Once we wipe the Devourer of Time off the face of this planet, it's all over. Hopefully everything will go back to normal again. You're wrong. Things won't ever go back to the way they were. Destiny. Fate is dead. From now on, us humans have to choose our own way in life. We also have to take responsibility for the choices we do make. Something's got to be done about the way we go on Earth and killing one another. We've got to settle our differences once and for all. Listen, what's really important is what we do now. The issue ain't whether we defeat that bastard or not. I'm afraid that depending on how we go about it, we could lose out on gaining something real precious. So the issue is the way we fight. So where on Earth is the real Devourer of Time? My guess is the key to finding it lies at that beach. That's where this whole thing started. It's also probably where this whole thing will end.
Yes, once again, we must go back to the place where angels lose their way. God, I love how that looks on the main map.
It does look pretty cool.
Well, and this is the game's basically going, so, got any loose ends you need to tie up?
You good?
You good, player? And yeah, we're good.
Phew. Save the shit out of that so we don't have to do that again.
Yeah.
I'd hate for something to happen now. That was a very good Time Devourer fight.
Ooh, the lolly, we got one more thing to do.
So here we go. Angelus Aurare.
Alright, I'm gonna do a real quick check, because I want to play this smart.
To make sure that everybody's got a little of everything. So this next battle coming up is a very technical fight. That's one of everything.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. She needs a red element.
That'll work.
Yep. And he's got one of everything.
Okay.
He's also got 2 empty slots if it
Yeah,
matters.
he sure does.
But whatever at this point, honestly.
It's fine.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
I am
don't struggle
tempted.
Yeah, we probably should move the Chrono Cross down. He's got 2 white, and also 2 blue. You want to get rid of the Aqua Beam.
Yeah,
This
that'll
cure
work.
will be easier to use.
It does not matter if the Chrono Cross is at all the way to 8 or all the way at -7. So, okay, that looks alright. And we can work with everything else,
So this is where the game branches, and we're going to try to show you, well, we are going to show you the good end. First, we're going to show you the Time Egg.
Time Egg.
There it is.
Good. That is so weird.
It's like a weird pear.
A legendary item that is a complete enigma. It is believed to break the bonds of time.
Very strange looking and dangerous to hold,
Yeah.
perhaps.
I don't want to touch that.
No, it looks sharp. Oh, save it.
Oh, did I not?
Did you? I don't think you did. I don't remember. Now I'm paranoid.
Well, now I have to save it 3 times.
Oh, I think you saved it before you went into Adjust Elements is what it was.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, just hold it in the crystal pan.
Cracks Time Egg into Crystal Pan.
So now what we're going to do is here, instead of using the Astral Amulet,
Is use the Time Egg. Really? Nothing?
you have to use the Chrono Cross, don't you?
Oh. Maybe I'm crazy.
I thought. Hilarious.
Huh. Oh, wait, am I in the wrong world?
Oh, yeah, you're in another world, aren't you? That's what it is. Because you have to go where all of this began. So it doesn't work from another world. You have to go back to the original timeline. Whoopsie doodle. One last time seeing this cutscene. Let's enjoy. So good. I love that effect.
Ah, yes,
There we
here
go.
we go.
Hey, there's some jerk-ass kid on the beach.
I think we've seen this jerk-ass kid before.
Probably. So you finally made it, Voltij. When did this sorry tale all begin? Was it 10 years ago when you almost drowned here? Was it 14 years ago when you were wounded by that panther demon that attacked you? Resulting in you being carried to Chronopolis, where you came into contact with fate and the frozen flame. Or perhaps it was even 2,400 years in the future, when the time crash hurled Chronopolis back to prehistoric times. Or it even could have been 12,000 BC, when an ancient magical kingdom met its end after trying to use Lavos. Each is close to being correct, and yet at the same time so far from the right answer. The true beginning was during the destruction of the ancient kingdom of Zeal. As the palace collapsed around her, Princess Shala was sucked into a dimensional vortex, along with the Lavos Mammon machine. Shala and Lavos became unified into one even more powerful entity that would evolve into the Devourer of Time. Filled with the hatred and sadness of Lavos, half of Shala's mind became set on destroying all of existence. Yet at the same time, the other half of her mind desired to save the universe and to be rescued herself. As Shala fell through the time gate in this condition, she heard your crying echoing through time. That is when her story and yours began to intertwine. It is also when the past and the future began to intersect, and when the world became divided into two. Led by the pitiful crying the young Voltij made as the Panther Demon's poison took hold of him, Princess Shala traveled 10,000 years in time to try and make contact with this dimension. This caused a raging magnetic storm that resulted in Fate's system malfunction, which also led Voltij to the frozen flame. Yes, Voltij, the sound of your crying touched the heart of Princess Shala. Before the destructive mindset could become dominant, she cloned herself and sent her copy into this dimension. Shala left her baby daughter clone with her ancient pendant, possessing magical powers, Ooh. This was to safeguard her daughter clone in life and death situations. The pendant would rewind time a little, sending her daughter clone into a safer point in the immediate past. Either way, nothing changes who you've become. You're still my precious little sister, girl. There we go, just lays it out for you. And now, about Project Kid, the time control project Balthazar planned out.
It's a radius all over again.
The whole project existed to lead you to this one special point in time, so Balthazar planned all of this. The founding of Chronopolis, the time crash, and the battle between fate and the dragon gods. Yeah, this is exactly... 100%. It's like, if you did not get it, this is the game telling you, here's what you didn't get. Do you get it now? Do you have it? Are we
all
good?
pieces come together here.
Yeah. So... Oh, also, I just saw the lid said Sora when I said a jerk-ass kid. Yeah. It was all coordinated so that you would get your hands on the Chrono Cross and come to this place. Yeah, exactly. Like, here, do you like plot? Here's a steaming helping of plot.
Did you miss it somehow? Here it is then.
Of course, Girl was not to know anything about this whole plan until later, when all this will finish. So it's a good thing you didn't put her in your party and bring her here to hear all of this now. Further in the future, Girl is meant to travel back 10 years in time from now to save Voltij from drowning. That game was never released in America and was called Radical Dreamers. And then, Girl was also meant to call Voltij into the other world as he spoke with Lena here on Opasa Beach. So that explains why and how you suddenly got dragged across time and then immediately met Kid.
Yep.
It's because she used the astral amulet to jerk you into the other timeline. You're our last hope, our final chance. Only you, who came into contact with Shala and Girl, Shala's clone daughter, can do it. In the darkness that exists on the other side of time, Shala has been integrated with the Devourer of Time. Please, Voltij, release Princess Shala from the binds of that monster and her own hatred. Show us, the life forms that exist on this planet, what our new future will be. The only thing that the game does not tell you is, in case it's not clear by this point, or if you haven't played Chrono Trigger, that's Luca Ashtier talking to you.
If you can't figure that out, that's her.
And then, of course, that's Chrono in the background, and there's Marl. Now, just in case this doesn't go right, because we may have to do all this again, do you want to step back out and save it so we don't have to listen to her bullshit a second time? Because we may fuck this fight up.
Let me talk to these two first,
okay,
and we'll do that.
Yeah.
No? Oh, here we go.
Where even angels lose their way. 10 years ago, you died at this very spot. There's no mistake. You drowned. The truth is, this world in which you are still alive is the irregularity. This is the false reality. 10 years ago, it was Lynx who tried to kill you at this beach. After Prometheus broke the link between Fate and the Flame, Fate tried to eliminate any obstacle that stood in its way. In the meantime, the 6 dragons had sent Quint forth to try and gain possession of the flame. Quinn made contact with Fate's biological incarnation, Lynx, and tricked him into temporarily joining forces. The elimination of the Prometheus circuit's lock on the frozen flame was everyone's top priority. Lynx and Quinn abducted Luca, who alone could release the Prometheus lock that guarded the flame. But the whole attempt only ended in failure. Then they just waited for you to appear instead. You see, Fate calculated that you would one day cross the dimensions and try to make contact with the flame. I don't know how to break this to you, but Lynx was actually your father, Wazuki.
Oh, I forgot about this.
Yeah.
Oh
I've been waiting for
God,
this one.
I completely forgot about this. That explains what happens to your dad.
Yep, that's what happened to Wazuki.
Uh-oh.
His fate turned him into Lynx, using his biological form and everything to warp him so that it could travel.
Yeah, so Fate sent out the Panther Demon and then combined it with Wazuki to create Lynx. Oh, wow. Yeah, and this is how it happened. Drawing closer to the flame caused him to become unstable, and the image of you dying in terror changed him completely. Finally, after having his psyche totally eroded, he lost his soul and was easily integrated by Fate. Fate turned Wazuki into a biological interface, modeling him after your worst fear at the time, a panther. Although Wazuki managed to escape from Chronopolis with you, he later completely succumbed to Fate. Humans are such fragile, disjointed, imperfect things. Love and hate, life and death. Perhaps even fate itself dreamed of using the flame to someday reincarnate itself into a new species. It's quite sad, really. It's like when you gaze into the flame gazes back into you.
And one more.
Phew.
A new species is about to be born on this planet. An alien life form even more evolved than the old Lavos. At the darkness beyond time, the weakened Shala came under the influence of Lavos, and the two became one entity. It is now up to you, the one whom the frozen flame has chosen as its arbiter. You alone can decide how the new Lavos, which has encaged Shala within it, will evolve from here. Your actions will determine whether, in the future, all time is devoured by Lavos, sending the world into everlasting death. Balthazar foresaw this was going to happen in his world in the year 2300. Man, I'm really struggling. And he was determined to prevent it from happening, no matter what it took. The Chrono Cross. It alone can combine the sounds of the planet that the 6 types of elements produce. The melody and harmony that brim within all life forms. Use the song of life to heal her enmity and suffering. We entreat you, Voltij. Please save Shala.
There we go. So that's the game one last time, hitting you over the head with it as hard as it can, doing everything but literally telling you the mechanics.
It's like there are 2 ways that you can go about this fight. Please choose the smart one.
Yeah. So there are 2 alternate endings. There's a bad ending and a good ending.
2 alternate endings, he says.
Well, there's 2 that branch out from here.
From this point,
yeah,
yes.
That matter. You can... We're about to go fight the Time Devourer, or Devourer of Time, make up your mind kind of thing. This, of course, is where you have to use the Chrono Trigger, or the Time Egg, rather. Here we go. No beginning and no end.
To the darkness of time.
Let's do it. So we're going to fight the Time Devourer. Oh boy. Me am not too sure what this is. Is this the final gate? Then the time hath come to settle everything. Me will show you what me am made of. For the sake of my lost memories of what happened 10 years ago. Power extreme. No, old man, you're right.
Yeah.
It's a really weird stylized version of that, but these are also kid versions. Like, they're
and
younger
she's
than
a princess.
Well, and they're younger than the ones
but here we
that
are.
you played in Chrono Trigger, which that's probably why she doesn't have, like, the blue pants on and stuff. There's Princess Shala.
And the bit of Lavos.
Yep. Joined with Lavos to create the Time Devourer.
Yep.
That's why it's female, is because it's combined with Shala.
You're gonna just start off with that, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so like we were saying, there's 2 ways that you can go about this fight, and I'm trying to do it the smart way. So I'm gonna build up some element grid first here.
Yep, because you can just beat it down. And if you do, that's how you get the bad ending, so obviously we don't want to do that. So it has no physical attacks, it's only going to use elements, and the reason for that is because you see that it's putting elemental effects up there on the field. So, what that means is that this is a struggle to either stay alive and beat it to death if you want to get the bad ending, or sometimes an even bigger struggle to get the elements on the field in the correct order and then use the Chrono Cross. That's how it comes into the game.
Okay.
There you go. she's at 8. Yeah, 1 for her.
That's okay, that's all I really need. Okay, I'm gonna wait for it to attack again.
Yep, because you see it has like big gaps in its attacks. That is specifically to give you a chance to do what you need to do. It gives you those big, big gaps. So here we go. We're going to start. The sequence, in case you missed it, is yellow, red, green, blue, black, white. So here we go. We're going to do uplift. Anything will work. And this works because, see, you recover stamina when other people take their turns. So now we're going to use the lowest red element. And that will give a little bit of stamina back to Voltij so that we can go through in sequence. Then, like, Lena's going to use a green element. Okay. It's going to go back to Voltij, and he's got just enough to use a blue element. A cure on somebody? Palms, I guess? Maybe?
Sure, why not? God, my heart's pounding.
Okay, that's blue, so now we need to do black. So we're going to do a gravity blow. Lena's going to have to hit first to get something back, but that's okay because that's going to give Voltij more stamina, actually. That's so funny, the way that it throws it. Okay, Lena's going to have to do a weak attack and then, like, a photon ray. Okay. Ooh, they're all out of stamina. Okay, oh, we got it. We got it. This is it. Here we go.
Goodbye.
There we go. This is it, folks. The good ending to Chrono Cross. Thank you for being on this journey with us this whole time.
Yes, thank you guys. I couldn't have done it without you.
This has been a blast. It's a game that both of us love. I know that it's one of Pixel's favorite games, if not his favorite of all time.
I love this game so much.
And this has been great to share this with you and to play it with you this way for the first time.
And I'm going to request some silence real quick while this plays out.
Yep. Here we go. We'll just enjoy this cutscene. There's the harmony. I've been waiting an eternity just for this very moment. Meaninglessly hurting one another, the disappearing life forms. The words that become deleted, thoughts that become buried, the pool of cells that slowly evaporate, the echoes of consciousness that slowly fade. Love to hate, hate to love. Why are we born? Why do we die? Evolution? The survival of the fittest? What is there to be achieved from harming one another, killing one another? The eggs that we call planets, and the innumerable spermatozoa which gather around these that we call life forms. When one of those countless seeds inseminates a planet, a new universe is born. But until that occurs, hundreds of millions of years will pass, and innumerable life forms will be born, then die. That is the be-all and end-all. Everything exists for that one moment. All so that the universe can evolve into the next dimension. Does that make us all just pawns? Are each of our short lives nothing but a cheap sacrifice, just so the one chosen life form can be born? No. That is not the case. Each and every one of us has a chance of becoming that one chosen life form which inseminates a planet. Yes, it could be you. Genes and environment, each of us tries to do his best under the limited conditions we are each dealt. Each life form that attempts to eke out a decent life for itself forms a link in the golden chain that leads to the creation of a new universe. If one link is missing, there will be no future. There is no such thing as a useless life form. No such thing as a pawn. Every single thing in the whole of nature is perhaps just dreaming a dream of life. All of them are also perhaps nothing more than a dream dreamt by the planet before it is born. Oh, but yes, eventually all dreams will return to Zervan, to the Sea of Dreams. Voltage. Don't go yet, Voltage. It's all right. Everything is all right now. Time, which has been divided, will be unified again now. The time for farewells has come. You will lose all memory of this whole adventure and return to your own time. But this time, you will be able to live your own life. It's over. Come on, Voltigi-poo, let's go home. Mama Marge and the other Lena are waiting. Me, I'm hungry. We want some Hecarim soup. Well, what a way to break the mood. Well, I guess this is it. You're going back to your home world, right? Thank you. You've given me a special place in my heart for the Voltage who passed away 10 years ago. Goodbye, Voltage from another world. And have fun with the other me. Goodbye. And of course, if you bring different party members, they all say something different before and after the fight here.
Everybody has a unique line here.
Yeah, so it's actually worth like saving right before the Time Devourer fight. And if you like a bunch of different characters, try doing that and setting it up, you know, their element grids to do that with different parties so that you can see what all of them say. We alone do not have the power to heal the world's woes or to solve all its mysteries. And yet, even then, it was bloody good knowing you, mate. Thanks for being born you, Voltage. I guess now's the time to say, see you later, mate. but I'll find you. Sometime, somewhere. I'm bloody sure of it. No matter the time period, no matter the world you live in, I'll find you. I'm sure I will find you. Phew. Voltage. Voltage. Hey, Voltage. Hey. Oh my god. Are you okay? What's the matter? You just totally ate shit. Don't scare me like that. You just passed out all of a sudden. Oh my god. What? Terra Tower? Fate? What are you talking about? We just got here. Is this gonna be like, and you were there? You got some Komodo dragon scales. Like, for me? Like, don't you remember? You sound confused. Come on, Voltage, get with the program. Our summer's just started. And if you keep this up, I'm gonna have second thoughts about marrying your stupid ass.
Yeah, no kidding, Crow.
Yeah, this could have been a second stream almost, actually. Almost. By the time the credits roll, probably it could have been, but it's okay.
It's okay.
I still feel good about it.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the last bit. Here we go. Always such an emotional ending. Thus, the curtain closes on another tale. An eternity has passed. Fleeting dreams fade into the distance. All that is left now is me and my memories. But I'm sure we'll meet again. Someday, you and I. Another place, another time. It's just that we might not realize that you are you and I am me. Let us open the door to the great unknown, come across another reality and live another today. Even when the story has been told, life goes on. Until we meet again, take care of yourself, my friend. Forever yours, Shala Kid Zeal. Oh, scratch that. Shala Girl Zeal. There she is. And of course not showing Magus's face in the picture, because they don't want you to realize that he was supposed to be Guile.
I think that was supposed to be Surge/Voltage.
Maybe.
It's like that's her diary and they finally found each other.
Maybe. Yeah, I guess you could interpret it that way. I always pictured it as being Janus. So, but that both of those are valid. It's Chrono Cross. Anything's valid. Anything goes. So,
goodness. But
man.
It is over.
It is over, and always such an emotional ending.
That is the true good ending to Chrono Cross.
Thank you, Yasunori Mitsuda. Thank you.
Yes,
Yasunori Mitsuda. My best friend in this game. Oh, boy.
Guys, I am ascending to a higher plane right now.
This ending is what makes worth playing through it over and over again every
love
time.
this game. Also, trivia for you all. There are 14 endings to this game.
Oh my god, I did not know that.
There are so many endings to this game, guys.
Jesus.
So many.
Wow. Because I know there's a lot of endings to Chrono Trigger.
Most of them you can't access until doing a New Game Plus, but yeah, there's a lot. There's so many. There's one ending where you join Nicky and his band, and you just travel around on the boat
and just fuck
playing
off.
guitar.
That's really funny.
Rasley is
actually.
your mascot.
Oh, and here's a random shot of like a potential future.
Oh yeah, Shala in the future and stuff like that.
You watch here and you'll see some shots of like potential reincarnations and stuff like that. So yeah, it's very good. So all this to say, of course, you know how we feel about the game. I hope that if you have played the game before, maybe didn't finish it, or maybe you played it a long time ago, that this has given you a new look at it.
Or even
and
if this is your first look at the game at all,
Absolutely.
please, if you can, go and play this game. I don't know
Yeah.
how you'd be able to right now.
Well, I mean, just it's out there, obviously.
There are places out there.
I think if you're watching this on YouTube, I believe that there should be a link in the video description where you can buy this on the Square Enix store to play on like the PlayStation Network or PlayStation Store. So I think that you actually can get it to play on like PS3 or PS4 or whatever.
It's so good. Please play it. Pick your own party to go through with, and just have fun with it. It's such a good game.
Also, you notice the girl who just walked by the window there? That was not CGI.
No,
That's actually a real person.
yeah.
so-
All the cutscene here. I
Yeah,
love
some
it
of it
so
is,
much.
yeah. So yeah, I hope if you were a first-time Chrono Cross observer, hopefully this made you a fan and you will go and play the game for yourself. It's definitely worth it. Obviously, it's worth multiple playthroughs. There is a New Game Plus mode, which makes it worth even more playthroughs because, as Pixel said, that's how you unlock some of the endings. But that's also
the characters.
Yeah, that's also how you do things like the only way you can have all of the characters available to use is to do a New Game Plus, because that's how you can do things like getting Pierre, Guile, and Nikki all three in your party, for example.
Yep.
Or having all of the people like Doc and Glenn and Macha that we did not get because we chose to save Kid from the Hydra poison.
Right.
So since you all picked that, we didn't get to see the other branching path, and the New Game Plus allows you to do that. And to have access to everybody, I think that you have to beat the game a minimum of 3 times, because you have to do it with Nikki, Guile, and Pierre.
Yep.
I don't think you can just like start a game and recruit them and then quit. I think you have to actually beat the game.
No, you can save it, I'm pretty sure.
Maybe.
And because you draw off save files, if I'm remembering correctly.
Maybe that sounds right. I remember reading something about that, maybe, or us talking about it before. It's like the New Game Plus draws from all the save files on your memory card or something.
It's not that hard.
I don't know. Anyway, I'm not an expert. I just enjoy the game, and I hope that you enjoyed the game. So, okay. You have to beat the Time Devourer, but you don't have to play the whole game. That is the whole game.
Well, you can go and fight the Time Devourer immediately in the New Game Plus.
Oh, that's true, because the purple warp point is right there, isn't it?
Yep.
From the beginning. Ah.
That's another ending, actually.
Okay. Yeah, where you just show up and then
Just
just
show
immediately.
up and just beat it up. That's kind of a callback to Chrono Trigger, where you can do that.
Yeah. And there we go, Shala at the center of all of it. Reincarnated in modern day, very, very contemporary and modern 1999 Japan. Oh, and there's the astral amulet. She's hanging on to it, waiting for Surge, or in our case, Voltage, to find her.
Ah, so good.
There we go.
I'm so sad it's over.
I am too. It's always bittersweet when a series comes to an end, but the sweet part is that y'all were here with us through the whole thing, and we really appreciate that. We hope you had a good time. And there you go. I will find you, even if I have to search the world over. Sometime, somewhere, I'm sure. Parting words from girl. Oh, and there she is in that outfit. There's Shala. One last glimpse before we go. And there we go. It's over. It's over. So thank you so much. This has been so wonderful. This has been so great. And of course, we are going to be back with a new series in a couple of weeks. We'll let you know next Monday what that new series is going to be. So look forward to that. And make sure that if you're not already following us, if you're not already subscribed here on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, go follow us. That's where you can get updates. You can have a say about what games we play next, that kind of stuff. And we will be, we'll be posting polls just like we did for this game going forward, of things like if there's branching paths,
Yeah.
we'll let you all choose which one we're going to take or what characters we use and that kind of stuff.
Get involved, guys. We love hearing from you.
Absolutely. And we certainly have loved hearing from you during this whole extra long stream.
This has been so much fun. Naming the characters has been the best fun I've had. Thank you all so much.
Yes.
And yes, I am
Yes, we are
going to
save the game. Absolutely save this game. We'll treasure this save file as it sits on this ancient memory card for the PSX.
This is going to be precious to me.
Indeed.
I'm going to have this memory card framed.
Okay, I guess that wraps it up.
Yeah.
So there we are.
Yep. And then here
That
we are.
that was Chrono Cross.
I hope you all had as much fun as I did, because I had a blast.
I hope you had at least half as much fun as I did, because I had a lot of fun. So if you had the same amount of fun, it might be too much for some of you. If you have a condition, like moderate your fun having.
And I guess next week I won't be here.
Yeah, no, but we will announce on Twitter and Facebook like what game we're going to be playing next for the Monday stream. So look forward to that.
Yeah.
And we will see you then. And hey, until then, as always,
Thanks for playing.